Clear vision and friendly hometown service from a team you can trust at Wolf Eye Care. Dr. Adam Wolf and Dr. Paige Schaefer are the first choice for routine eye care, new frames, and contact lenses. The Wolf Eye Care team will guide your family to clear vision, conveniently located east of the square in Newton, Illinois. Make your appointment today with the trusted team at Wolf Eye Care. Call 618-783-3123. Wolf Eye Care, helping you focus on what matters most.
At Farley Insurance Agency, protecting what matters most is their top priority. Whether you need coverage for your home, auto, farm, business, or life, the experienced team at Farley Insurance is ready to help you find the right policy at the right price. With friendly local service and commitment to their community, you can count on Farley Insurance Agency when it matters most. Your hometown insurance agency, treating your family like their own.
Planning for the future starts with the right people by your side. That's why you should choose Eckhart Financial in Altamont, Illinois. Will Oakes, your Eckhart Financial representative, will guide you through retirement planning, investments, life insurance, or whatever matters most. Trusted service with personalized strategy. Will Oakes with Eckhart Financial.
Keep your vehicle running at its best with genuine Napa Auto Parts from Newton Parts Supply. Whether you're a professional mechanic or tackling a weekend project, Napa has the quality parts, tools, batteries, filters, and expert advice you can count on. Stop by and let their knowledgeable team help you find exactly what you need to get the job done right. Proudly serving Newton and the surrounding communities, Napa Auto Parts is committed to quality, reliability, and outstanding customer service. Stop by their Newton location today or call now at 618-783-2347.
Looking for a grocery store that feels like home? Shop at Newton Foods. Whether you are picking up groceries, grabbing a meal at the deli, or stocking up the freezer with their selection of fine meats, shop local, support local, and find what you need for the right price in your hometown. Follow Newton Foods today on Facebook for their weekly specials.
Game time isn't the only place where smart plays matter. At your local bank, Crossroads Bank, we help you make the winning financial decisions every day. From checking and savings to loans and investments, we've got your game plan covered. Crossroads Bank in Effingham, Illinois, helping you win on and off the field. Contact them today at 217-347-7751. McCoy Heat and Air Conditioning, located on Route 33 west of Willow Hill, Illinois, is your locally owned and operated choice for keeping your home, business, or building comfortable. Call Kenan and Greg for all your heating and cooling needs at 618-455-3129. McCoy's, locally owned, locally trusted, your number one choice for heating and air. When it comes to your septic system, downtime is never an option. That's why you should call James Backhoe Service in Dietrich, Illinois at 217-925-5132. Experience you can trust with the largest septic installation company in Illinois, James Backhoe Service. They have the most experienced crews in the business, free estimates, and much, much more. They are proud supporters of Newton Eagle Athletics and Eagle Eye Sports Network. Once again, call James Backhoe Service for all of your septic installation needs and much, much more at 217-925-5132. Needing fresh, clean laundry without the hassle? Head over to Newton Coin Laundry, your hometown spot for fast, convenient washing and drying. With clean machines, plenty of space, quick cycles, the Newton Coin Laundry helps you get in, get clean, and get back to your day. Whether it's game jerseys, work clothes, or weekly laundry, they've got you covered. Stop by today and see why locals trust Newton Coin Laundry. Proud supporter of Eagle Eye Sports Network and Newton Eagle football.
Looking for a place to call home or ready to make a move? Let That's a Wrap Realty help you wrap up your next real estate deal. Whether you're buying your first home, searching for your next property, or ready to sell, their team is here to make the process simple, smooth, and stress-free. Located at 200 East Washington in Newton. Call That's a Wrap Realty today, 309-836-3932.
Jasper County, your voice matters, and so does the November 2026 elections. Amy Tarr is running for Jasper County Clerk, and she is committed to serving the people of Jasper County with professionalism, integrity, and a strong dedication to our tight-knit community. She understands the importance of this office and the responsibility that comes with serving you. Consider re-electing Amy Tarr for Jasper County Clerk this November. Paid for by the Friends of Amy Tarr Campaign for Jasper County Clerk.
Diedrich Bank would like to wish all of our local teams good luck this season. The Diedrich Bank team will be cheering you on from the sidelines. We know that being a student can be stressful, so we are here to make it easier. Check out our lineup of checking accounts, especially our cashback checking account. Perfect for students who are wanting to earn rewards on our everyday debit card purchases. Now let's bring home a win, Eagles. Diedrich Bank, live for today, bank for tomorrow. Member FDIC.
When planning for your financial future, you deserve a bank that's committed to you. At the People's State Bank in Newton, Illinois, you'll find the products you need and the personal service you deserve. From checking and savings accounts to home loans, business banking, and much more, their experienced team is here to help you every step of the way. Stop by their convenient locations on the square in Newton, Illinois, and discover why so many families and businesses choose the People's State Bank, where community comes first. All right, good evening, everybody. Welcome in to Eagle Eye Sports Network Live here on YouTube. Newton Eagles here at Chevesky Field tonight. I'm Braden Wise alongside Jarrett Tharp for tonight's matchup. Hope everybody is enjoying things at home. We got to thank everybody enough for tuning in tonight. Make sure you share, like, subscribe to our Facebook and YouTube pages, and let everybody know who's an Eagles fan that wants to watch the game tonight. You can watch here on EESN. We got to thank everybody enough. It's a pregame show brought to you by Nick Moser with Country Financial, as well as Jasper Collier's McLean Motors and Will Oaks with Thriving Financial. The Eagles come in tonight's game 0-1. Same for the Wesclin Warriors on tonight's contest as well. And they played up at Marshall last week, and I believe the score of that was 16-8, if I believe correctly, or 16-6, one of the two.
Yeah, 16-8, I believe. I heard it was kind of a defensive battle up there, not a lot of scoring. The opposite for the Eagles as they went down and took the loss there to Bethalto Civic Memorial in a shootout down there.
Yeah, that score ended up 36-26, and it was a tight ball game there in the third and fourth quarter. Eagles had to face a lot of adversity last Friday night against the Civic Memorial Bethalto Eagles, but tonight they have the chance to recoup themselves a little bit throughout the week and see what they can do here at home and put on a show for the Wesclin Warriors here in Newton, Illinois tonight. But as we look at the lineup cards here tonight, Jarrett, there's a few names that got scratched before. We'll talk about that here in just a little bit. But nonetheless, again, it is the Nick Moser pregame show. And tonight, the timeouts will be brought to you by the Newton Coin Laundry, the Eckhart Financial Scoreboard brought to you by William Oaks with Thriving Financial, and the halftime show by McLean Motors, your Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram truck dealer on the east side of Newton, Illinois. And then the postgame show all brought to you by the People's State Bank in Newton, Illinois. Wolf Eye Care, the Eagle Eye player of the game. Last night, the Eagle Eye player of the game went to Stella Shackman on a nice win from the Lady Eagles volleyball team.
Yeah, that was a very good win for Coach Kistner to open up the year. But, great performance from the volleyball team last night. And I believe Beverlyn gave us a little sheet
right
here as well from the other sports that went on throughout the week.
We'll give you a little bit of that to look through that, Jarrett, but we're going to go through some of the Eagle Pride sponsors as well. We teamed up with Eagle Pride this year to help their sponsors out as well as ours during the broadcast. We teamed up with them. Eagle Pride is a group of moms and people in the community that come together and provide food for the kids and as many other things, decorating the schools and everything around town. But nonetheless, Eagle Pride Game Day sponsors is the Knights Columbus Hall in Newton, Illinois, Joe's Italian Foods and Pizza, Wadded Up Transport, Kistner Well Service, Brenda Horner, and Agricel. We got to thank all those fine sponsors enough for the Eagle Eye over the Eagle Pride sponsors here tonight. We're about 12 minutes until game time. We're going to take a quick break and bring it back, and Jarrett will have more information for us live here on EESN. Thanks for tuning in.
Planning your next big celebration? Make it a night to remember at Weston Reception and Events. Whether it's a wedding, birthday, anniversary, reunion, or special event, Weston provides a welcoming space to bring your family and friends together. For your next celebration, choose Weston Reception and Events, where great memories begin.
Back to Chevesky Field here. Tucker Riemann on the camera. I'm Braden Wise alongside Jarrett Tharp for tonight's broadcast. We cannot thank everybody for joining us enough tonight. Jarrett has the roundup for this week in Eagle Country, as Coach Beverlin did a fine job, and he always gets us all the information we need up here.
Yeah, good notes from Beverlin there. Volleyball opened up their regular season like we talked about. They won against Effingham in their home opener and season opener. In a good fought game there, won 2-1 over the Hearts in 3 sets there. They'll go to Fairfield tomorrow for their tournament, play 2 games down there, I believe, against Sisney and Carmi White County. As far as some other fall sports in Eagle Country, cross country hits the road tomorrow. They will have their first meet down at Fairfield tomorrow, girls and boys. The soccer played a few opening matches this week. They started up at Tolono Unity. Pretty convincing win there, and 7-0 up there at Tolono Unity. And then Thursday, yesterday, they had the Red and Gold tournament up at Charleston. They lost the first game to Mattoon 3-1, and then beat Effingham in the nightcap 2-1. There, the Eagles soccer team, they'll play tomorrow morning against St. Thomas More. The girls tennis got things underway at St. Anthony this week. They battled in 2 different matches, but dropped both of them. Score of 6-3, and then golf continues their season this week with 2 more matches. They played at Olney and Casey. Eagles played well. Multiple players finishing in the top 10 in both boys and girls, and they will be back on the course Tuesday at St. Elmo. So those are some other fall sports that's going on as far as the Newton Athletics go.
And, Jared, I believe they have what's going around the LIC. All teams in non-conference play this week. Casey Westfield 1-0 will host 0-1 Breeze Mater Dei. And then Lawrenceville will host Lanark-Eastland. I believe that's tomorrow. Lanark-Eastland a long ways away to come all the way down to Lawrenceville. But 0-1 Lawrenceville takes on Lanark-Eastland 1-0. 1-0 Marshall Lions take on Sparta 1-0 all the way down at Sparta. So Marshall got the win last week over West on the team we're playing here tonight. Mount Carmel will travel to Effingham. Mount Carmel's 1-0, and Effingham is 0-1. I believe they lost to Breeze Central last week in that one. Olney will host Salem, 0-1 for both of those teams. They will host Salem tonight on the brand new field down at Olney High School. Paris 1-0 will travel to Cayuga, North Vermilion, Indiana. Paris got the win last week, and Cayuga lost 0-1. Robinson will host Benton tonight, 1-0 for both of those teams. Could be quite the battle between the Benton Rangers and the Robinson Maroons. Freshman football team played last night at Paris. The Eagles lost in a good game. Freshmen will be back in action next Thursday on the 3rd versus the Marshall Lions. Once again, like we said, the volleyball team got a nice win last night. We had a fun time getting to broadcast that one. And Jared got through the rest of that. But nonetheless, pregame show all brought to you by Nick Moser Country Financial. Keys to the game tonight, Jared, defensive. Defense. We kind of dropped the ball quite a few times on defensively last week, especially in the secondary coverage, and as well as the defensive backs. Defensive backs struggled last week, gave up a lot of yards in the air, and Eagles really got to turn things around this week defensively.
Yeah, from what I watched last week, I wasn't able to go, but I watched it, from home on the new YouTube stream that we're doing here. So it was good to watch, and you can see everything on that. The Eagles, got beat a couple times deep in their coverage, and that was credit to also Bethalto. They just had some stud receivers. I know a couple 6'5" receiver, and 6'2", and then our DBs and safeties really aren't that oversized. So Bethalto had the players, the skilled players to do that. But yeah, like you said, the Eagles got to clean that up. Get more hands in there. I know a couple of those guys that are playing in the secondary. is kind of their first
year,
yeah. First year of varsity and getting some experience. But it'll get better as the year goes on. But another big key to the game is the quarterback too tonight. Hayden Mulvey out here in week 2, the 3-year starter at quarterback for the Newton Eagles. He's going to be out tonight. Eli Wolf, who replaced him in that second half last game, is going to get the start, and that's another big key of the game. How well did they get Eli prepared this week? I know he didn't have a lot of reps at quarterback prior to that, but I'm sure they got him right for this week, and he played a good second half.
He did. He played a great. He had one interception there, which was the last play of the game, and just a tough draw for him there last week, but I thought he did well. And we gave him the Eagle Eye Player of the Game just for stepping up during the contest. I think he did a fine job. Yeah,
a lot of big players last week as well. Maddox Horner with a big week. Last week I know had over 200 scrimmage yards and a big touchdown there, I believe, 70 or 80 yarder there on that. So, and then Quincy Fulton had a handful of touchdowns as well. So I think the Eagles offense if they can keep that kind of stuff rolling into this week, take that second half and just build off of that with Eli Wolf, finding some new connections. Got to get that chemistry down with your receivers. I know Parker Harris is going to take his spot there as Eli Wolf was playing that receiver role last week. So Parker Harris filling in for Eli Wolf, and then Eli Wolf going to take the quarterbacking duties here for Hayden Mulvey to start this game at Trenton. So them are 2 lineup changes from a week ago.
And another one I will say, Ian Kessler, he went down, I think it was in the first half. What did Todd call it?
Yeah.
I can't remember what Todd called it.
But deep bruise there.
Deep bruise in the thigh. But he was kind of a game day decision, and we got him in the lineup here. Jarrett, let's go ahead and bring the lineups to everybody watching here tonight. It's brought to you by the Newton Coin Laundry, Wolf Eye Care, and People State Bank, as well as Sarah Dow Kincaid for Jasper County Clerk.
Yeah, so starting for the Eagles tonight on offense, at tight end, a 6'3", junior number 24, Quincy Fulton. At tackle, the 6'1", senior number 78, Aaron Carroll. At the guard position, the 6-foot sophomore number 52, Griffin Bierman. At the center position, a 6'1", junior number 72, Beckett Wolf. At playing guard, a 5'11", senior number 55, Carson Jones. At the other tackle, a 6'3", senior number 54, Harrison Kincaid. At the split end, a 6'3", sophomore number 12, Dylan Ernest. At the running back, a 5'11", junior number 6, Maddox Horner. At the receiver, a 6'1", senior, I believe that is. That'd be Parker Harris wearing number 85. Fullback, the 6'1", junior number 25, Bo Bennett. And at quarterback, the 6-foot junior wearing number 0, Eli Wolf. And then the punter, the kicker duties tonight, punter and kicker will be number 11, Henry Will. As far as the defensive side goes, starting at strong safety there, the 5'11", junior number 6, Maddox Horner. At the nose tackle, the 6-foot sophomore number 52, Griffin Bierman. At the tackle, the 6'1", senior number 78, Aaron Carroll. At the defensive end position, the 6'3", senior number 54, Harrison Kincaid. On the other end, a 6'3", junior number 67, Mac Huber. At one linebacker, a 5'11", senior number 55, Carson Jones. At the other linebacker, a 6'2", junior number 9, Ian Kessler. At the other linebacker, a 6'2", junior number 8, Grayson Lingefelter. At one corner, a 5'10", senior number 11, Henry Will. And at the other corner, a 5'7", senior number 1, Marco Beinberg. And your free safety, the 5'11", senior number 85, Parker Harris. Your captains, Hayden Mulvey, Maddox Horner, and Harrison Kincaid.
Boy, do I like the sound of that. The drums coming from behind the auto shop, and here come the Newton Eagles. As we're about to get things set off here, 3 minutes, getting close to game time. Tucker Reben on the camera here tonight. Braden Wise for the play-by-play and the commentary. As Jarrett Tharp, my partner in crime. Eagles being led out by the NCHS drumline, Coach Fulton. In his 20th year, I believe, around 20, I believe.
I think so, yeah.
As they're going to get things set up to go here. Not sure what happened with the coin toss, but we'll take a check at that closer towards game time, even though we're really close to game time. But nonetheless, the Wesclin Warriors are head coached by Nick Holenkamp and assisted by Colin Detmer, Chris Brown, Justin Coleman, C.J. Yoakum, and Trey Marks. They lost last week on the road to Marshall. Here come the Eagles. Number 55 of Carson Jones and Maddox Horner leading the way. Horner did a fine job last week as well running the running back. We will take a short break, bring it back with your game time here in just a moment. This is Eagle Eye Sports Network live on YouTube. Hartrick Meats has been serving our community with quality meals and custom processing since 1953. Whether you're stocking up your freezer, firing up the grill, or planning your next gathering, Hartrick Meats has you covered with their premium beef, pork, and award-winning brats, as well as so much more. Stop by and experience the hometown service and quality that generations have trusted in Hartrick Meats in St. Marie, Illinois, where great meals start with a great meat. They are a proud supporter of all Eagles athletics. Your health deserves care you can count on right here at home. At Sarah Bush Lincoln Family Medicine in Newton, Illinois, their experienced team is committed to providing personalized care for every stage of life. From routine checkups and preventative care to managing chronic conditions and same-day needs, they're dedicated to keeping our community healthy one patient at a time. Schedule your appointment today with Sarah Bush Lincoln Family Medicine in Newton, your home for trusted, compassionate care. Welcome back to the broadcast here live on ESN. We don't thank everybody for joining us here enough. We have a new updated scoreboard here tonight. We hope that goes well. I'm going to try to keep the time pretty close to it. And the Eagles lost the coin flip, from what I hear, and we will be receiving.
Yep. And we're going to be heading. We're going to be heading to the east end zone, I believe, is how they're getting set up here.
Away from the sun, as the Eagles will be set to receive. As Jarrett's getting the stat book ready to go, we cannot thank everybody enough for joining us here tonight. A few of our fine sponsors: Kister Well Service, West End Reception Events, Spring Point Branding Company on the scoreboard here tonight. Cole does a fine job. He got us set up with some of our shirts and hats, and Jarrett, you got the Borgic Design shirt on tonight. We have the Borgic Design banner up here at Chevesky Field. As well as That's a Wrap Realty, 5 & Co. Dumpster Service, Newton Napa Auto Parts, Expert Collision Center, McLean Motors, Wolf Eye Care, the Eagle Eye Player of the Game, McCoy Heat and Air Conditioning in Willow Hill, Illinois, Sarah Bush Lincoln here in Newton, Illinois. And People's State Bank will have the post-game show. Thanks for tuning in tonight, guys. We are set to go, as it will be number 10 of Lane Hayes kicking things off for Wesclin. Off into Eagles territory. It's going to go out of bounds. Number 15 of the Eagles trying to track that one down. It was Campbell Ulm. And that's going to start things off here for the Eagles. No time ran off the clock as the Eagles will set up shop, I believe, at around the 30-yard line. As the Eagles they got the setting to receive, and they'll set up shop for their offense here at the 35-yard line. Eli Wolf set to go in the gun. He's going to be manning the offense here tonight. As Hayden Mulvey out, he sets Quincy in motion off to his right. Eli is going to set the ball in play. A nice pass there from Wolf to Horner. Wow, what a nice pass, but just right through the hands of Horner. In wide open coverage, found the wide open gap about center field. Just couldn't quite haul it in to get that one to go. 11:57 on the time clock here, first quarter. No score yet to go. Eagles receive to start the game off here. Thanks for tuning in, everybody, today, guys. As Wolf's going to go under single back here. One left, one right. He's going to hand it off in the hands of Horner. Horner's going to get met at the line and brought down after a short gain of about 2. So it's going to bring up 3rd and 8, looks like. as the play clock continues. 3rd and 8 on this first drive. A couple attempts from Maddox Horner.
Trying to get back in the groove of running the stat book. Haven't ran it
since
last fall, and it's kind of done a few updates that I wasn't quite used to, so we'll get the hang of that. And
I had to do that play-by-play and computer last week. It was rough.
Tough.
Eli is getting scrambled in the backfield. He's going to try to get some, and he is going to be brought down right at the 40-yard line as the game clock will continue. It's going to bring a 4th down and 5 right at the 40-yard line. 11 minutes on the time clock here at Chevesky Field. We cannot thank everybody enough for tuning in tonight. Don't forget to like and subscribe. As looks like we're going to bring out the punt team possibly. 4 and out for the first drive, Jarrett.
Yeah, not a good start there. Had that initial first play that just went through the hands of Maddox Horner. That could have been a good big opening play for the Eagles. Instead, a quick 3 and out here. Henry Will back to punt for the Eagles.
Set back to receive will be number 23 of Ferris. Ferris picks it up right about the 28. He's got a wide open lane, gets tackled down. I'm not sure if he tackled him or Ferris got tackled. That was number 8, Grayson Lingenfelter, on the play. 10:24 on the time clock here as Eagles went 4 and out that first drive here in the first quarter of play. As Wesclin will set up shop in their offense. Quarterbacking for them will be Wibbles. He's wearing the number 4 jersey. Outright for him will be Ferris. Near side receiver will be Hayes. Hayes does the kicking duties. Wibbles has one in the backfield of number 34 of Kearns. He's going to fake the handoff, taking it to the outside, and met on the outside linebacker of Carson Jones. Jones with a nice form tackle there on the left side. He gets a gain of about 2 on the play, 2nd and 8. As time clock continues. First quarter action here, 2nd and 8 for Trenton Wesclin after the Eagles went 4 and out in that first drive.
Yeah, good job by the outside linebacker there, staying home on that option. Met quarterback there, only gaining 2.
As Wibble sets things up here in the gun. 2 right, 1 left. Almost a false start, and I believe they're going to say just that, as that's going to be a penalty on the Weston Warriors. 5 yards back, bring up 2nd down. 13. Had to do a little bit of math there, Jarrett, as there's 9:48 here on the time clock in first quarter action. And I think
something that's not your strong suit.
Oh, man, I did it last night. Hey, volleyball girls got to win by 2, and the ending score is 25. We had 23 there at one point and lost, but sometimes you got to try. 2nd and 13 after that false start. Looks like they did it again, and they definitely did. Another 5 yards back penalty on Wesleyan Warriors. If you're the coach for Wesleyan Warriors over there of Holenkamp, I'm sure his offensive line coach is not quite having it there.
Yeah, 2 unforced penalties there from Wesleyan. Moves them all the way back to 2nd and 18.
2nd and 18. 9-7-9. I'm not sure if the game clock's supposed to be going, but nonetheless it is, as Wibbles will roll out to his right, looking deep in a messed up spiral, and pushed out of bounds was number 23, an incomplete pass, as I'm not sure if they were what they were doing over there on the far side, pushing him out of bounds when the ball wasn't even close to being in play. That's we don't need to let them throw a flag on that one, but nonetheless, 3rd and 18, as it's going to be a long one to go. Wobbles, the long pass wasn't quite for him there.
Yeah, it almost looked like Parker Harris had no clue where that ball was at.
The wide receiver knew right where it was at. He was looking right for it. As Wibbles in a lone gun in the backfield, he's going to attack into the hands of number 23 of Ferris, and Ferris is going to be brought down, and it's going to be 4th and long after a short gain. No score here yet, as it's 4th and long, and set back to receive for the Eagles here will be Quincy Fulton, as he wasn't targeted in that first drive for the Eagles when they got things started off, went 4 and out. As set back to punt for the Wesclin Warriors will be number 10 of Lane Hayes.
A lot of room right here on the homestand side for Quincy to take this one back.
A long punt all the way back to the 20. And a good hometown roll for Wesclin if you're them. And that's going to be brought down at the 17 or 18-yard line. Everybody's enjoying it. Let us know in the live chat if you're enjoying the broadcast here tonight and where you are watching from. I know there's a couple different places that have the game on here tonight. I know that the KC Hall said they were going to play it. We cannot thank Jake and the crew there for playing it at the KC Hall. Guys, the Eagles will set up offense here on the 17. 1st and 10.
Both teams struggling there in their first drive.
Eli fakes the pass. He's going to have to keep it himself. He's going to break one tackle on a shoestring. Not sure if it's enough for a first down, but it's going to be just shy of a first down marker, I believe. And it's going to be 2nd and inches. 7:55 to play.
They're going to call it a first down.
They're going to give him the first down. The white hat down there going to give him the first down. Thank you to those guys. We had a name for them at somewhere in here, but I'm not really sure where it ended up at. But thank you to all the IHSA officials for making everything possible here in Illinois High School athletics. No score here. 7:45 to go on the time clock as Eli gives the handoff off to the left to Horner. Horner breaks a couple of them. He did this last week as well. He breaks a few and going to be brought down by a shoestring tackle at the 47-yard line. And a nice run. It was 2nd and quite a few. And he broke tackles for 15 yards, I want to say, or 10 yards at least. And they're going to spot the ball around the 47-yard line in Eagle territory.
Yeah, it looked like Horner got through there, bounced off a couple guys, was able to stay on his feet and fight for some extra yards and finally broke free there after I thought he was down and picked up a nice gain there of 20.
Quincy sets in motion. He's going to get the pass and a loss on the play there as he gets pummeled at the 43-yard line. And just wasn't quite the play ready for it. They definitely had his number on the eyes for Coach Hollenkamp and the Wesclin Warriors. They knew we were going to try to hand the ball off to him, and that pass lost quite a few yards on that, loss of 4. 2nd and 14, ball on the 43-yard line, 6:45 to play here at Chevesky Field. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. Hope it's all going good on your end. Thank you for tuning in here tonight. As Eli trying to take the snap as it's a direct snap into the hands of Horner. Horner's going to break another tackle and get brought down at the 34-yard line, or 37-yard line, that is, and gets another first down for the Eagles here tonight. Horner, that first drive was mostly into his hands or out of his hands, and he gets 2 first downs both times he touches the ball.
Yeah, not sure if that play was designed for him, but looked like the snap was high and maybe a little right, but he took that direct snap up and took it for a nice run there.
Yes, definitely so. He did a good job on that.
Another gain of 19, so 29 yards rushing for him on this drive, and here he goes again.
As he's going to be brought down after quite the little gain. Thank you in the live chat. Certified Cat Holder said, "Let's go Eagles." Wade Froning says, "Watching from the living room." Thank you for tuning in, everyone, here today, guys. 2nd and 3 for the Eagles here in this offensive set. Ball on the 31 for the Eagles. 5:40 on the time clock as they're going to go out to the left into the hands of Quincy, and incomplete pass for the Eagles there. Brings up 3rd and 3. Quincy a little bit of an off night here in his first drive, trying to get the ball in his hands on offense. I will say so myself. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Yeah, I think the Eagles are going to try to, give it to some extra to the other guys, Horner and some of those others, and then maybe get Quincy rolling here after the defense has to, stop one of those other guys.
Single back formation handed off into the hands of Horner, and he is met right at the line of scrimmage for a loss of about 1 on the play, as that's going to bring up 4th and 3 for the Eagles now as the game clock still continues here at Chevesky Field. Looks like we're going to keep the Dogs out there. 4th and 4, going to try to go for it here in Warrior territory on the 32-yard line.
Not quite in Henry Will field goal range yet.
He kicked a 40-yarder before the game started, I believe you guys said.
Watching in warm-ups there, he was kicking there from the 30 and 35-yard line.
Eli takes a snap. Rolls out to his left. There's a handful of people in the backfield. He's going to blow past him. The 20, the 15, tries to split him up and gets brought down at the 11-yard line as they are shoveling him down, but it's good enough for a first down, getting the Eagles in the red zone now as it's going to be 1st and 11 for the Eagles, or excuse me, 1st and 10 on the 11-yard line for the Eagles to set up shop in the red zone in Warrior territory.
Great job by Eli Wolf there, scrambling in the pocket. Was looking out to his left to Harris, and Fulton couldn't find him over there and decided to go back across the field, found a lane and picked up 20 there. Great awareness there from Eli Wolf in the pocket.
Open backfield for him. He's got a few coming for him. He's going to have to roll out to his right. Finds it in the end zone for Quincy Fulton, and that's going to be a touchdown, Eagles. Touchdown, Eagles. 4:25 on the time clock here. Chevesky Field, and the Eagles score one. Put it on the board, +6 for the Newton Eagles here tonight. A kind of a helter-skelter play for Eli Wolf as he had to scramble for that one, but made it work and worked out in his favor on that one.
Yeah, great job so far on this second drive from Eli Wolf, and stepped up in the pocket, felt the pressure coming from behind him, rolled out to his right, knew he had Fulton coming across the field, and found him there with a good pass.
Good extra point there from Superhen. That is 7-0 for the Newton Eagles as they top things out here. 4:25 to play here in first quarter action. We're going to take a break, bring it right back in just a moment. This is Eagle Eye Sports Network live on YouTube.
This season, Bex is proud to cheer on the Newton Eagles. Hi, I'm Curtis Goebel, your local Bex sales representative and a proud former Eagle. At Bex, we're more than just a seed company. We're family-owned, independent, and committed to helping farmers, families, and communities grow and succeed. And we're ready to bring that same winning attitude to your farm. Give me a call today at 618-319-0970 and discover what makes Bex different. That's 618-319-0970. Go Eagles.
Welcome back to Chevesky Field here. 7-0 your score as Jarrett got a little bit of a summary.
Yeah, a little drive summary there from the Eagles. Ran, looked like 9 plays for 83 yards and capped that off with a Quincy Fulton touchdown there on, took off 4 minutes and 32 seconds off the clock.
So back to receive is Farias. He's going to be catching it right there at the 5-yard line. Eagles trying to Myberg missed a tackle there, and he's going to be brought down at the 29-yard line. Farias doing the running backing duties here today. 6'0", as he is 170 in weight there. Kind of a stocky young man from the looks of the pads up here. They've got quite the big young man down there on the line, Noah Haas, as he's 6'6", 325. Let's see what the Eagles defense has to show here. They went 4 and out last time, I believe.
3 and out.
Yeah,
yep.
3 and out, Jarrett.
Well, I guess you can say that, but they had 2 false start penalties as well.
Yeah,
so.
they were third and a million. 7-0 your score here, as it will be Wibbles, the quarterback, in and off in the hands of number 23. He's going to break one and get a gain of about 5 on the play. That was number 23, I believe, of Farias. Or number 9, Kessler with the stop. Farias with the carry. Bring up 2nd and 4 here tonight. Eagles defense going to need a good look out of the offense. Didn't look too bad. Offensive line not shaping up near as well as they did last week, it seems like, but maybe a bigger defensive line here tonight. A nice tackle there by Grayson Lingenfelter right at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a loss of 1 on the play. I think they're going to keep it right there. But brings up 3rd and 3. No gain on the play on the 36-yard line for the Wesclin Warriors. Big third down stop here would mean a lot to the Eagles here tonight. Once again, Woble's in the gun. 3 to his left, 1 to his right. He's going to hand it off in the hands of number 4, or he's going to keep it himself. Woble's going to keep it himself. Not enough for a first down. It's going to be a 4th and short, 4th and shy of the first down marker. The marker's just on the inside, or just the right hash mark of the 40, almost the 39. They're going to try to go for it here, 4th and 2. Ball on the 37-yard line. As they're going to hand it off into the hands of number 23. They're going to take a handful of Eagles to tackle them. A turnover on downs for Wesclin Warriors. Great job on the defense as it was 4th and shy on the 37. And the Eagles defense, huge tackles there. It took a host of them, but it was a good tackle.
Yeah, it looked like number 58 on and Griffin Bierman in there on that stop. Great awareness there by them on the front line to get in there and stop them there.
And Bierman, one of our guys playing both sides of the ball here tonight, as Griffin plays guard on the offensive side and as well as nose tackle on the defensive side. 7-0 your score here. Newton leads Wesclin as a pretty good field advantage here for the Eagles as you're in Warrior territory. You start things off right at the 37-yard line and not too far to go until the red zone. Sets Quincy in motion. Wolf sets back to pass. Throws one deep up in the air. Quincy's going to in and out of the hands of Quincy Fulton as it was intended for him. Couldn't quite haul it in. Just maybe a half yard upfield, and he would have had that one right in the hands.
Yeah, Quincy, kind of started there. Looked like he was going to run a little bubble route and just took off. Went deep for it. Perfect pass there, I thought, from Eli Wolf. Maybe just through the hands, but through a nice over-the-shoulder ball there from Eli Wolf. Maybe needed a little bit more hang time, but could have had one there.
Yeah, definitely a decently thrown ball from Eli. As bring up 2nd and 10, and that would have led to an Eagle touchdown if I had to guess. Pistol look, pitch out to the right in the hands of Horner. Her's going to find that outside corner and be brought down at the 20. There's a flag right at the line of scrimmage on the play. Holding on the Newton Eagle offense. 2:26 on the time clock. Mine was a little bit of a head, so we're going to keep it right here. 2:26 on the time clock, official time clock here at Chevesky Field. A flag on the play as that will bring things back after the holding 10 yards. They will spot that ball at the 47-yard line. Tucker Riemann up there on the camera doing a fine job. You cannot thank him enough. 2nd and 10.
2nd and 20.
2nd and 20, sorry. After that 10-yard loss on the penalty. Eli back to pass, looking deep, and pass interference there on.
Like that was number 2.
Yes.
For the Wesclin Warriors in coverage, Brock Hoffman, the sophomore DB. Intended there for Dylan Ernest.
Definitely so. So let's see what the 2nd down pass interference on the Warriors. Let's see where we move it to now. Ball was at the 47. They will be. That's a good one there, RJ. As in the NFL, it's a spot foul. That would have been a good one. So 2nd and 5 now. Ball on the 32. As Eli's going to roll out to his right, shed a few tackles, finds an open gap on the left side. He's at the 20, the 15, sheds another one, and just shy of the end zone as he's going to be at the 4-yard line after a nice big run there for the Eagles all the way towards the end zone. No flag on the play there, if I believe, Jarrett.
Yeah,
none.
Looked like a clean play there.
Huge run.
Looks like on the 4-yard line. A 28-yard pickup there from Eli Wolf.
Big time.
Eli
Wolf.
Eagles have busted out quite a few 20-plus yard runs here in the opening quarter.
7-0 your score. Time clock at 1:30. Jones, I believe, trying to get out there. Number 58 of Ohm trying to get out there. Horner with the touchdown. There's a flag in the backfield, though. Let's see what that has to say, as they're going to say a holding possibly. Let's see what the call is here. Eagles could punch that one in if the flag was on holding on the offense, so they're going to call that one back. Second penalty of the night for the Eagles, I believe. As they'll send it back, they'll be 1st and 14, 1st and goal after.
Second holding penalty on this drive for the Eagles.
That would have been a nice one to punch in.
I believe that holding was already after Horner had got past, it was after the play had already passed him, so.
One right, one left, one in the backfield. He's going to hand it off to Quincy Fulton on the left side. Almost a shoestring tackle. He's going to run it in for a Newton Eagle touchdown. And another flag on the play. The white hat doesn't know about it.
A lot of laundry.
A lot of laundry here tonight. Brought to you by the Newton Coin Laundry. 1:14 on the time clock, 7-0 your score. After, I assume we're going to call this one back as well.
There was no Newton
players
on
near.
That far side.
We can say replay. Second down. Okay, so we're going to call it back to holding.
Another
Newton
holding.
Eagles, wow. So bringing it back another 10. Or a spot. Let's see. Second down either way after another holding. So 3 holding penalties, 2 straight. On the Eagles here. They punched it in twice.
2 touchdowns
on this drive. Punched it in twice, and then we got to call it back again. A lot of dirty laundry brought to you by Newton Coin Laundry. Stop by for fresh, clean laundry. Single back set for Eli Wolf. 2 to his right, 1 in the backfield. He's going to fake the handoff, keeping it to himself all the way out on the right, and he's going to spin move and be brought down right back to where the ball was spotted to start things off. So, going to bring up second down, 2nd and 3 as the game clock continues. 50 seconds in the official time clock here as the Eagles here in the first quarter have scored 1 touchdown. Took 2 in on this drive, but called back twice already. 42 seconds on the time clock. Eli's got 1 in the backfield with him of Quincy. 1 right, 1 left. He's going to take the snap. Quincy's going to get the handoff, spin move, and brought down at the line of scrimmage, if so. So ball will be spotted at the 4 or the 3-yard line, maybe a gain of 1 on the play. 15 seconds on the time clock.
Warriors all over that play there as the Eagles running a little wildcat there with Quincy getting the direct snap.
So 3rd down, that's going to take the first quarter away from us. We will be back in just a moment. This is Eagle Eye Sports Network live on YouTube. 7-0 your score. Second quarter coming up here in just a moment. Thanks for tuning in.
When your business needs a design that stands out, turn to Borgic Designs. From creative ideas to professional designs, Borgic Designs brings your vision to life with attention to detail and a personal touch. Whether it's branding, graphics, or custom design work, make your next project stand out with Borgic Designs. Call or stop by their office on the east side of the square in Newton today.
Here in central and southern Illinois, we know land is more than just acres. It's an investment, a hunting spot, a family farm, and years of memories. At Meinhardt Habitat Solutions, we help landowners improve and care for their property through timber management, prescribed burning, drone applications, and land enhancement. Find us on Facebook or contact us at 217-663-3228.
Need a farm, business, or organization to stand out? Spring Point Branding Company specializes in custom shirts, hats, embroidery, decals, signs, as well as vehicles and equipment wraps. built for people who work hard and want their brand to look the part. Spring Point Branding Company, your brand, built to be noticed. Give them a call, 618-554-4368.
All right, back to the broadcast here. Second quarter action set to go as Eagles be 3rd and 3 on the other side of the playing field. And Horner's going to have to shed another tackle trying to punch it in. Can he do it? And it was 3rd and goal. Not enough for it. Just short, so it's going to be 4th and shy as the score is 7-0 here in second quarter action with 11:53 on the time clock here. 4th and 1. 4th and goal, trying to punch it in here for the Eagles.
Warriors going to line up in their goal line defense here, see what Brock Tarr, the offensive coordinator, is going to draw up here.
Got to try to go for here, try to punch one in.
Oh, yeah.
Try to get somebody that's a high jumper and just jump over the line and punch it in. 11:15 on the official time clock here. One left, one right. Horner takes a direct snap, gets met, and no. Good. On the 4th down. Cannot convert it. A turnover on downs for the Eagles. On a hard-fought battle of a drive that started in the first quarter. Got called back from 2 touchdowns twice. And just couldn't quite get enough of it to get in and go.
Eagles really hurt themselves on that drive. Couple penalties, like you said, called back a couple touchdowns. Not just one, but 2. On that drive, so they're still hanging on to the lead here, 7-0 with 11:05.
Now you're in Wesclin territory as Wesclin has a mile long to go here.
Yeah.
On the 1 yard line, 1st and 10 or 2, I guess they say. Will's going to look back, and he connects into the hands of number 80 of Rylan Roth, and Roth with a nice catch and go as he will get a first down and then some. Will with a stop there in secondary coverage as that was a gain of 20 on the play. Good enough for a first down, 1st and 10 now for the offense of Woobles. And he connected with Roth. Wibbles in the backfield. He's got one with him. He's going to screen pass out to his right. Caught in the backfield by number 6 of Maddox Horner with a huge stop on number 12 of Hopfler. As the play clock continues here, 7-0 your score. Wesclin yet to punch one in as Eagles punched 2 in, as we mentioned on the last drive, but couldn't quite get to go. Good defensive stand here, and you could still get yourself in good field condition to start things off if we can get them turned ball over here. 2nd and 14 on the 18-yard line. Wibbles on the near hash mark. As it's going to be a flag on the play, it's going to be a false start on the Warriors. 5-yard penalty, so that'll bring it 2nd and 20, or 2nd and 19, I should say, for the Warriors of Wesclin. Wesleyan's traveled quite a bit in the past couple weeks. Last week they went along Route 40 to Marshall, Illinois. They played the Lions, lost that contest there, and then back up here along Route 33 and meeting the Newton Eagles here this week.
Yeah, Wesclin, that's their 4th, I believe, false start penalty here tonight. Hurting themselves as well.
7-0 your score, 9:45 on the official time clock. Second quarter action here. Eagles up 7-0 as the ball is spotted at the 13. 2nd and 19, and Harrison Kincaid with a huge stop in the backfield back at the 9-yard line. And that's going to be 3rd and 1,000,000 for the Warriors after a nice big stop there by Harrison Kincaid.
Yeah, great stop by him there. Way to get in the backfield. Meet him behind the line of scrimmage and held on to that one. Another loss, tackle for a loss for the Eagles.
3rd and 22, 3rd and long on the ball, spotted at the 10-yard line. 9:07 on the time clock here, official time clock. All brought to you by our scoreboard sponsor, Eckhart Financial, the William Oaks, Eckhart Financial Group in Altamont, Illinois. As no timeouts have been taken yet, but the halftime show will be brought to you by McLean Motors, your Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram truck dealer on the east side of Newton, Illinois. A low snap, couldn't be fumbled. They're going to dump it off in the hands behind the line of scrimmage, and the Eagles are finally going to catch up with them about the 15, 16-yard line. Looked like number 12 of Hopfer as Bierman gets the stop on that one, as still it's 4th and long for the Warriors of Wesclin. 4th and 20. Ball spotted at the 12-yard line. Second quarter action, as I mentioned, halftime show. We'll have some stats and a little bit to talk about, and maybe get the band in there for a little bit as well.
That play could end up a lot worse for Weston there. The low snap. Webbles there, were able to pick that one up off the grass and somehow get away with it with 4 Eagles there in the backfield with him.
Has a long punt to go in the hands of Quincy Fulton. He picks it up at the 45 in Wesleyan territory, and a shoestring tackle not quite enough for him as he's going to be brought down with the forward progress at the 29-yard line. So still another really good field position. The first half thus far for the Eagles has been fabulous. Field positioning. Field positioning has been fabulous here tonight. Some of our fine live mention sponsors: Jasper Clothers in Newton, Illinois for men's and boys' clothing, shoes, and much, much more. McLean Motors in Newton, Illinois. And the Eagle Pride sponsors for tonight: Wolf Eye Care, the Eagle Eye player of the game, Sarah Doc Kincaid for clerk candidate in Jasper County, Illinois, as well as Nick Mimosa, Country Financial pregame show. 7-0 your score. Eagles will set this one up in the offense, handing it off into the hands of Maddox Horner. Horner's met just on the other side line of scrimmage, possibly a gain of 2 or 3 on the play. As the game clock will continue here, 7-0 your score. 2nd and 7 looks like on the play. Possibly a gain of 3. The ball will be spotted at the 26-yard line. Hope everybody's enjoying the broadcast here tonight. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share our page on Facebook so all Eagles fans knows about our new broadcasting format. Newton Athletics-EESN live on YouTube. I want to thank West End Reception Events, Sarah Bush Lincoln Family Medicine in Newton, Illinois, Joe's Pizza in Newton, Illinois, as well as JWC Construction. Eli Wolf in the pocket. He's going to have to scramble for it. Driving out to his right. A catch in out of the hands of Quincy Fulton. That's 4 for Quincy as he struggled. That's 2, I know, in the end zone for Quincy. Just right through the hands, as that did not happen last week. He had 2 or 3 touchdowns for himself. And this week, the hands just not quite there.
Yeah, that was a perfectly thrown ball there by Eli Wolf. Stayed in the pocket, delivered that one on a strike out ahead of Fulton. Just couldn't haul that one in.
There was a flag on the play, I guess, as they're talking this one over. Not sure what that call was there. Did you catch that?
I was typing in my stats here.
Roughing the passer, so they're going to move things up quite a bit here. Good enough for a first down. Going to bring up, 2nd and 7. Or 1st and 10, check that. They're going to give the first down after the roughing the passer call. As we've got a stacked up backfield. Eli's going to roll out to his right. Going to have to keep it himself. He's going to try for that first down marker and get pushed out of bounds right before the first down marker. So bring up 2nd down. The ball will be spotted at the 7-yard line. 6:48 on the play. 7-0 your score. All brought to you by Spring Point Branding here tonight, as well as another scoreboard sponsor, Eckhart Financial Group with Will Oaks, as it'll bring up 2nd and 4 for the Eagles here tonight.
The Eagles knocking on the door once again. I believe their 3rd trip to the red zone. Have only converted there once so far. Last drive got stopped there on the 1-yard line. See if they can punch this one in here.
Eli, cross pass throw in, caught by Quincy Fulton. Put another 6 on the board for the Newton Eagles. As another touchdown for the Eagles. 13-0 your score here in second quarter action. And let's bring out the extra point team here. Henry's 1 of 1 on the evening. Let's see if he can do it again. 6:44 on your time clock. 13-0 your score. We're going to thank everybody for joining us enough here tonight.
Wolf's second connection there with Quincy Fulton in the end zone here.
Henry Will set to kick. The extra point. The hold, snap is good, and the field goal is good. Put another one up there. 14-0, Eagles lead here in second quarter action. Live on ESN, be back in a moment. 14-0, your score, 6:44 to play here on ESN. Thanks for tuning in.
Looking to clean up your next project? Let 5 & Co. Dumpster Roll-Off Service make cleanup easy. Whether it's a home project, construction job, garage cleanout, or a big move, they've got the roll-off dumpster you need to get the job done. For dependable dumpster roll-off service, call 5 & Co. Dumpster Roll-Off Service. Making cleanup one less thing to worry about. Follow them on Facebook.
When life throws you a curveball, Country Financial helps keep you protected with insurance and financial solutions you can count on. From home and auto to farm, life, and retirement planning, their team is committed to helping families and businesses prepare for the future. Contact your local Country Financial representatives today, Nick Mimoser and Patrick Mimoser, to see why they're proud supporters of local athletes and their communities. Country Financial, planning for today, preparing for tomorrow.
Welcome back to the broadcast here as we're set to kick things off. Henry Will set to kick things off here. Set back to receive will be number 23 of Farias, as a kick will be received by number 10, and a nice tackle there by number 1 of Marco Myberg. Lane Hayes with the reception there. As that ball will be spotted at the Warrior 32. 14-0. Jared, you got a few of the drive summaries here.
That last drive summary for the Eagles. Ran 4 plays, only had to go 29 yards due to that roughing, 15-yard roughing the passer call. Resulted there in a touchdown. Took a minute and 40 off the clock there.
14-0 your score
there for the Eagles.
Thank you, sir. Ball spotted at the 32-yard line. 1st and 10 as Wibbles will set things up once again. He's going to look to pass out to his left. He's going to have to keep it himself. A nice form tackle there, as just took the shoestrings out of him by number 67 of Mac Huber. Huber with a great stop on the play. No gain, 2nd and 10. Once again, that ball spot at that 32-yard line in Warrior territory. Tucker said it's quite congested up there. He's doing a great job, though. Ball on the 32.
The Eagles' defense has so far looked pretty impressive. I know, the Warriors have not helped themselves out any, as getting behind the chains quite often in their early downs.
Wibbles with the snap, rolls out to his left. The Eagles' defense all the way back at the 25-yard line with a sack. Mac Huber and number Ian Kessler with the number 9 jersey with a huge sack on the play. 14-0 your score. After a huge sack and a loss on the play, the ball will be all the way back at the 25-yard line, and they're going to need all the way up to the 42.
Loss of 7 yards on that play. Great job by Ian Kessler coming in there. It looked like they sent him on the blitz up the middle. Able to get in there with Mac Huber as well.
Ian's a ball of fire out there, as well as Mac Huber. Those guys have no quit on him. 3rd and 17, ball on the 25. 5:11 to go. Wibbles with a long pass into coverage. Myberg, they catch it, and it's going to be good enough for it. Wow, Myberg just not enough length to him there, as they're going to get that one out of bounds, I believe. 14-0 after a huge pass and go on 3rd and 17. And we'll get it into Eagle territory at the 44-yard line.
Yeah,
huge gain on the play.
That was a impressive catch there by Hayes. Little back shoulder stopped, went up and high pointed it.
They're going to do it again. They found the weak spot in the defense, and they're going to be brought down at the 15-yard line. That was the number 10 once again, Hayes with the reception. That's what Civic did last week. They could just pound the pass game and find the weak spot in the Eagles defense. 14-0 your score, 1st and 10 as they move the chains. Two straight drives on receptions on the pass to the left side. Wibbles, he'll have 3 out to his right, tight end up on the line, and he will have one in his backfield of Hayes. He's going to hand it off in the hands of number 34 of Kearns. Kearns is going to be brought down with a short gain on the play. As bring up second at about 5. Kearns had a nice carry, had to travel through some traffic, but not much of a huddle they had last go around. Second and 10, or second and 6, I should say. Ball on the 11-yard line. 3:50 to go. Here's your thank you to one of our sponsors, Joe's Pizza and Italian Foods, as it's going to be caught there by number 12 of Hopfer, and he's going to be brought down not enough for a first down. Will they move the chains? Will they? They're going to move the chains, give the guys a little bit of a time to move those chains. 14-0. Cannot thank the chain gang enough, as actually will be first and goal on the 6-yard line. 3:33 to play. On the official clock. Cannot thank everybody joining us here tonight enough from wherever you might be watching. I know that KCL has a little bit of a watch party going on there. 3 to his right, 1 in the backfield with him, and that will be number 34 of Kearns. He's going to take the snap, hand it off to Kearns, and Kearns is going to be met right at the line of scrimmage with a, not sure if a loss, possibly a gain on the play. If they lost, it was just a shy a little, as it's going to be second down and 5 to go. Light Eagles with a huge win last night in the volleyball game. They did a great job there.
This is the Warriors' first trip here to the red zone tonight. First time they've really moved the ball. Clean drive for them with no penalties yet so far. 2nd and 5, 2nd and goal that is, with 5 yards to go. The Eagles' run defense has looked pretty stout here tonight.
Second quarter action here. Wibble's going to keep it himself, and can he get in there? He will for a touchdown. Put 6 on the board for the Warriors of Wesclin as they get their QB keeper touchdown. Eagles defense really busted it up there in a bad way on that defensive set. They pounded that left side, got up and down the field, and looks like Hayden Mulvey's got a helmet on and possibly could go in. He was talking to Coach Fulton there. We'll see how that shakes out, but nonetheless, they will go for the extra point. Set back to kick is Hayes.
Yeah, number 10, Hayes, going to do the kicking duties here for the PAT.
14-6 your score. Extra point bearing, and it's going to be up and in and good for the extra point. 14-7 with 2:29 to play here in second quarter action. Be back in just a moment. This is Eagle Eye Sports Network live on YouTube.
Clear vision and friendly hometown service from a team you can trust at Wolf Eye Care. Dr. Adam Wolf and Dr. Paige Schaefer are the first choice for routine eye care, new frames, and contact lenses. The Wolf Eye Care team will guide your family to clear vision, conveniently located east of the square in Newton, Illinois. Make your appointment today with the trusted team at Wolf Eye Care. Call 618-783-3123. Wolf Eye Care, helping you focus on what matters most.
Welcome back to the broadcast here. 14-7. Big shout out to Joe's Pizza. Giuseppe and the crew watching in the kitchen back there. Giuseppe and the fine gang of Joe's Pizza and Italian Foods. A great place to eat, a great place to do business. Like to spend most of my Sunday afternoons there after church. They make a fine meal.
Little drive summary there from the Warriors. They went 8 plays, 68 yards, and a touchdown. Took off 4 minutes and 30 seconds there off the clock.
Recept by Campbell Ohm. Ohm's going to find a wide open gap. He's at the 45, the 50, and went it right into the tackle into Hayes. And they're going to keep it going here after a nice gain. He picked that one up about the 25 and ran it out the 45. There was a wide open gap on the near side and found that one to go. Good job for Campbell Ohm.
Looked like he was trying to keep his feet there. He was trying to hit that gap, but yeah, stayed on his feet there enough to cross midfield out to the 45 into Warrior territory to start this drive off.
They targeted Campbell Ohm so many times on the kickoff last week, and he did a fine job at it. So now, here in the quarterback, we have Eli Wolf still one, the backfield of Bo Bennett. trips right as it's going to be recepted by Quincy Fulton. He's going to get a gain on the play just because of the hits from the backside from number 54 of Colin Doty. It's going to be 2nd and 8, a gain of 2 on the play after the forward progress after the defense pushed Quincy across the line of scrimmage. Bo Bennett in the backfield once again. 3 off to the left, 1 off to the right as the defense for Weston Warriors gets set up. Eli rolls out to his left, gets it in the reception hands of Horner. Horner's going to get a first down and then some as they're going to move it over the hash mark at the 34-yard line. 1:43 on the time clock, 14-7. Eagles need to punch one in here as they'll be kicking things off in the second half of football action as they received to get things started. Official timeout on the field. First down on the 34-yard line for the Newton Eagles offense. On the line here tonight will be number 54 of Harrison Kincaid, Carson Jones at center, Beckett Wolf. And then on the left side, we have a few more. We'll get to those in a moment. Eli Wolf gets a snap, hands it out to the right. A nice catch there by Horner. He sheds a tackle, sheds another one. He's wide open in the end zone. An Eagle touchdown! An Eagle touchdown! Horner with a nice play there, catch and go, and found a wide open gap, a void in the defense for the Wesleyan Warriors, and put another 6 on the board for the Newton Eagles.
Wow, looked like that was number 10, Hayes. He thought he was going to get the level. Maddox Horner there on that little flat route that Horner ran, and Horner just bounced off of him. Hayes took a big hit there. That's just a strength that, Horner put in over the offseason. Last year, he probably would have went down on that, he bounced off of him, and you've seen the speed after Horner taking it to the house.
Henry Wills' extra point was muffed as it will be 20-7, your score with 1:29 to go. We will take a short break. Bring it back in just a moment. This is Eagle Eye Sports Network live on YouTube.
Planning for the future starts with the right people by your side. That's why you should choose Eckhart Financial in Altamont, Illinois. Will Oakes, your Eckhart Financial representative, will guide you through retirement planning, investments, life insurance, or whatever matters most. Trusted service with personalized strategy. Will Oakes with Eckhart Financial.
Welcome back to the broadcast here after that touchdown for Maddox Horner. A pretty impressive one, and Jarrett's got a little bit to say about it. 27, your score.
Only took the Eagles 3 plays there to go 45 yards, capped off there by the Horner touchdown. And Braden, that was an impressive catch and run there. Horner coming, out of that little slot route, ran a little 5-yard out and flat. And like I said, Hayes came up there, probably thought he was going to have a big hit on him. Horner got his head turned around just in time to lay that hit on Hayes. And, you've seen the speed after that. Horner took it off and took it to the house there for 6.
Henry Will set to kick things off here. And, wow, what a kick there all the way back into the end zone on the touchback. Henry Will probably had a little bit of anger in that kick there after the muffed extra point, and he put that one all the way back in the end zone. 1:28 to go here on the time clock. 20-7 your score. Eagles lead, and once again, as I mentioned, the halftime break will be brought to you by the McLean Motors, your Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram truck dealer. Stop by and talk to my friend and partner over here, Jarrett Tharp, if you're in the market for a vehicle.
The Eagles going with a little bit of mix-up here in the secondary. Going to bring run a 2-high safety look here with Quincy Fulton coming out to play that other safety spot.
Louisville sets up a quarterback. He's looking back to pass. He's going to scramble for it, and he's going to dive things down right at the 25-yard line. Louisville keeps it himself. 2nd and 5 on the play at the 25. No huddle offense. They've done that quite a few times as the time clock will expire in just a little over a minute. We'll have to go in the first half football play here on the Eckhart Financial scoreboard. Set back to passes. Wibbles, he's going to have to fight for this one. The outside edge passing, and it's going to be an incomplete pass as he was trying to stop the clock here. 56 seconds on the time clock. 3rd and 5 now after the incomplete pass. The defensive line doing a great job getting back there and trying to bust that one up.
Yeah, it looked like Huber maybe got a hand on Woobles there in the backfield. Wasn't able to bring him down, but flushed him out. And a couple Eagles there on the chase. He had to just get rid of that one out of bounds.
Love to see it. 3rd and 5, 56 seconds to go in the first half of football action here at Chevesky Field Live. It feels great to be back at Chevesky after a long time going since last October. Wibbles, and there's going to be a flag on the play. False start on the offense. So send things back 5, so it'll be 3rd and 10, and the ball will move back to the 20-yard line. 3rd and 10 with 55 to go on the time clock. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in here tonight. Don't forget to like, subscribe to our YouTube page here as well as our Facebook to stay updated on when we will be broadcasting. Next week looks kind of like a shy week for broadcasting, but nonetheless, we'll be back here at Chevesky Field to open up LIC Conference football action. Eagles taking on KZ Westfield Warriors next Friday night live here at Chevesky. So stay tuned for that next Friday night. Wibbles. Set to go, gets a snap, rolls out to his left, looking downfield. It's route there in the hands of number 11 of Donahue. Donahue's not enough for the first down as they'll bring up 4th and short. 4th and 4, looks like. 4th and 3 for the Warriors of Wesclin.
Like Fulton's going to take a timeout to stop that clock, maybe have one more chance at a touchdown.
Newton Coin Laundry timeout for everybody. Be back in just a moment. The Eagle Eye Sports Network live on YouTube.
Diedrich Bank would like to wish all of our local teams good luck this season. The Diedrich Bank team will be cheering you on from the sidelines. We know that being a student can be stressful, so we are here to make it easier. Check out our lineup of checking accounts, especially our cashback checking account. Perfect for students who are wanting to earn rewards on our everyday debit card purchases. Now let's bring home a win, Eagles. Diedrich Bank, live for today, bank for tomorrow. Member FDIC.
Yeah.
Welcome back to the broadcast here, 20-7. As it is 4th and 2, and looks like Wesleyan Warriors will be set to punt. Back to receive will be Quincy Fulton. As a punt will be muffed, and it's going to roll out at the 49 in Warrior Terrier.
That was blocked there by Mac Huber there. Mac Huber getting in there, blocking that punt.
That's what you got to do for a kid like Mac Huber. Get a big play like in that for him, and he'll be in for the rest of the game. 40 seconds on the time clock, the official time clock. I'll try to keep up better with that. Just here before halftime, 20-7 your score. Eagles will have the ball in the 49 in the Warrior territory, and with a 1st and 10 with 40 seconds left to go. Until halftime break, brought to you by McLean Motors. 2 left, 2 right, 1 in the backfield for Wolf. Wolf gets a snap, looking back to pass. Not a lot of pressure back there. Up in the hands. Intercepted by number 4 of Wibbles. And it's going to be intercepted by the Warriors of Wesleyan. They still can't bring him down, as they will finally bring him down at the 37-yard line.
Wolf tried to take a shot there through the middle of the field. Looked like Horner was running a post route there across the middle. And Wolf did not account for that second safety there on the far side coming across.
He threw one last week, and it was kind of the same scenario, kind of helter-skelter, trying to do a little much with it. You got the lead 20-7 with not much time left to go, and it'll be all right. We can make up for it on defense here. Good thing the Eagles have great field positioning after that blocked punt to stay positive about it here. As it's 20-7, 1st and 10 after the interception turnover from Eli Wolf. Ball on 39-yard line for the Warriors of Wesleyan here. As looks like Wesleyan will take a timeout, and we'll be back in just a moment. A Newton Coin Laundry timeout for everybody. This is Eagle Eye Sports Network, powered by Joe's Pizza. Needing fresh, clean laundry without the hassle? Head over to Newton Coin Laundry, your hometown spot for fast, convenient washing and drying. With clean machines, plenty of space, quick cycles, the Newton Coin Laundry helps you get in, get clean, and get back to your day. Whether it's game jerseys, work clothes, or weekly laundry, they've got you covered. Stop by today and see why locals trust Newton Coin Laundry. Proud supporter of Eagle Eye Sports Network and Newton Eagle football. Welcome back to the broadcast here. 20-7 your score. This broadcast brought to you by Newton Coin Laundry. Sarah Dow Kincaid for Jasper County Clerk as Wibbles will take the snap, a low one at that, as he rolls out to his left and intercepted! Intercepted! Looks like by Marco Myberg as he's going to roll this one all the way in a pick-6 fashion.
That looked like
William Michael.
Yeah.
William Michael with a huge interception takes it all the way back home. And, hey, the interception don't look too bad now as you pick that one up, and he went up stepping and put it right in the Eagles' end zone. Wow, what a nice one there. Michael caught that ball and just went nuts with it.
I seen him on the far side. Weebles rolled out there, and Michael just read that one like a book and picked that one off and had nobody out there in front of him. Took it to the house for a nice pick-6 for him, the sophomore for the Eagles coming in to play some cornerback there.
Going to try to go for two here. Eli's going to have to scramble for it. He's got room on the left side. Can he get it in? Yes, he will for the two-point conversion. Put two on the board as there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see if it's on the offense here. Still a big, big play there by William Michael. What a play. As the time clock is at 15.6. And the Whitecap will call a holding on the Newton Eagles, as that will be replay of the two-point conversion. Just got a longer ways to go now. So they'll move it back 10 after that two-point conversion called back. 15 seconds on the time clock, 26-7 your score after a huge pick by William Michael, and runs it right in there. Single back formation for Wolf under the center. He fakes the handoff, rolls out to his right, tries to get rid of it, gets in the hands of Quincy Fulton. Can he make it over? He will not, and that will be no good on the two-point conversion. Nonetheless, 26-7 your score right here before halftime. 15 seconds to go as we will take a short break, bring it back with the not much of a drive summary there, but we will bring it back after this timeout.
Looking for a grocery store that feels like home? Shop at Newton Foods. Whether you are picking up groceries, grabbing a meal at the deli, or stocking up the freezer with their selection of fine meats, shop local, support local, and find what you need for the right price in your hometown. Follow Newton Foods today on Facebook for their weekly specials.
Welcome back to the broadcast here, live on ESN after a huge pick-6. Cannot thank all of our fine sponsors here tonight enough. The halftime show by McLean Motors coming up here in just a moment. 26-7 your score after the missed two-point conversion. On a fine night here at Chevesky Field, Henry Will gets set to kick away, and it's going to be all the way back into the hands of number 23. He picks it up at the goal line, though. Farias, he's going to be brought down right at the 15-yard line. A nice play there for the Eagles with 8 seconds on the clock. Nice defensive stand, a nice kick by Henry Will, as Wesclin Warriors will have a long ways to go with 8.4 seconds on the time clock. Honestly, Jarrett, 26 points here at halftime. Quite a few yards of offense. We'll take a look at that in the halftime break, but But great outing thus far. The Eagles coming out in second half. We'll talk about the keys to that here in just a moment. But got to hold Wesclin here with 8 seconds to go in the first half of football action. Always good to come back to your home field. LIC breaks out next week against KZ Westfield Warriors. Got a couple in the backfield with him. He hands it off to number 34 of Kearns. Kearns breaks a tackle and gets brought down. And that will be the first half of football action here. 26-7, your score. And we will bring it back with halftime here in just a moment. It's all brought to you by McLean Motors in Newton, Illinois. We'll run through the sponsors and take a break, as we cannot thank everybody enough for joining us here tonight live on ESN.
Clear vision and friendly hometown service from a team you can trust at Wolf Eye Care. Dr. Adam Wolf and Dr. Paige Schaefer are the first choice for routine eye care, new frames, and contact lenses. The Wolf Eye Care team will guide your family to clear vision, conveniently located east of the square in Newton, Illinois. Make your appointment today with the trusted team at Wolf Eye Care. Call 618-783-3123. Wolf Eye Care, helping you focus on what matters most.
At Farley Insurance Agency, protecting what matters most is their top priority. Whether you need coverage for your home, auto, farm, business, or life, the experienced team at Farley Insurance is ready to help you find the right policy at the right price. With friendly local service and commitment to their community, you can count on Farley Insurance Agency when it matters most. Your hometown insurance agency, treating your family like their own. Game time isn't the only place where smart plays matter. At your local bank, Crossroads Bank, we help you make the winning financial decisions every day. From checking and savings to loans and investments, we've got your game plan covered. Crossroads Bank in Effingham, Illinois, helping you win on and off the field. Contact them today at 217-347-7751. McCoy Heat and Air Conditioning, located on Route 33 west of Willow Hill, Illinois, is your locally owned and operated choice for keeping your home, business, or building comfortable. Call Kenan and Greg for all your heating and cooling needs at 618-455-3129. McCoy's, locally owned, locally trusted, your number one choice for heating and air. When it comes to your septic system, downtime is never an option. That's why you should call James Backhoe Service in Dietrich, Illinois at 217-925-5132. Experience you can trust with the largest septic installation company in Illinois, James Backhoe Service. They have the most experienced crews in the business, free estimates, and much, much more. They are proud supporters of Newton Eagle Athletics and Eagle Eye Sports Network. Once again, call James Backhoe Service for all of your septic installation needs and much, much more at 217-925-5132.
Looking for a place to call home or ready to make a move? Let That's a Wrap Realty help you wrap up your next real estate deal. Whether you're buying your first home, searching for your next property, or ready to sell, their team is here to make the process simple, smooth, and stress-free. Located at 200 East Washington in Newton. Call That's a Wrap Realty today, 309-836-3932.
Jasper County, your voice matters, and so does the November 2026 elections. Amy Tarr is running for Jasper County Clerk, and she is committed to serving the people of Jasper County with professionalism, integrity, and a strong dedication to our tight-knit community. She understands the importance of this office and the responsibility that comes with serving you. Consider re-electing Amy Tarr for Jasper County Clerk this November. Paid for by the Friends of Amy Tarr Campaign for Jasper County Clerk.
Dietrich Bank would like to wish all of our local teams good luck this season. The Dietrich Bank team will be cheering you on from the sidelines. We know that being a student can be stressful, so we are here to make it easier. Check out our lineup of checking accounts, especially our cashback checking account. Perfect for students who are wanting to earn rewards on our everyday debit card purchases. Now let's bring home a win, Eagles. Dietrich Bank, live for today, bank for tomorrow. Member FDIC.
When planning for your financial future, you deserve a bank that's committed to you. At the People State Bank in Newton, Illinois, you'll find the products you need and the personal service you deserve. From checking and savings accounts to home loans, business banking, and much more, their experienced team is here to help you every step of the way. Stop by their convenient locations on the square in Newton, Illinois, and discover why so many families and businesses choose the People State Bank, where community comes first.
Planning your next big celebration? Make it a night to remember at Weston Reception and Events. Whether it's a wedding, birthday, anniversary, reunion, or special event, Weston provides a welcoming space to bring your family and friends together. For your next celebration, choose Weston Reception and Events, where great memories begin.
Hartrick Meats has been serving our community with quality meals and custom processing since 1953. Whether you're stocking up your freezer, firing up the grill, or planning your next gathering, Hartrick Meats has you covered with their premium beef, pork, and award-winning brats, as well as so much more. Stop by and experience the hometown service and quality that generations have trusted in Hartrick Meats in St. Marie, Illinois, where great meals start with a great meat. They are a proud supporter of all Eagles athletics. Your health deserves care you can count on right here at home. At Sarah Bush Lincoln Family Medicine in Newton, Illinois, their experienced team is committed to providing personalized care for every stage of life. From routine checkups and preventative care to managing chronic conditions and same-day needs, they're dedicated to keeping our community healthy one patient at a time. Schedule your appointment today with Sarah Bush Lincoln Family Medicine in Newton, your home for trusted, compassionate care.
Looking to clean up your next project? Let 5 & Co. Dumpster Roll-Off Service make cleanup easy. Whether it's a home project, construction job, garage cleanout, or a big move, they've got the roll-off dumpster you need to get the job done. For dependable dumpster roll-off service, call 5 & Co. Dumpster Roll-Off Service. Making cleanup one less thing to worry about. Follow them on Facebook.
Welcome back to the halftime break, all brought to you by McLean Motors, your Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram truck dealer. As Jarrett's had a busy week down there at McLean Motors, I believe you have, and got a new ride, Quad 1. 1-1-1-1. It's halftime here as it's 26-7 as we're trying to get all the iPad stats and things ready to go. But we are going to have an update brought to you by areasports.net, one of the fine media outlets in the state of Illinois. In Black Diamond Conference play, that's deeper south. Edwards County is playing El Dorado, and they're up 14-0 at halftime there. Red Hill is over Fairfield 12-8 at halftime. Flora over Carmine at halftime, 21-0. Johnson City over Christopher Ziegler Wilton and Alvarado, 16-0 at halftime. Hamilton County 7, Cesar-Valier nothing. South Central Conference games tonight. That's about where we came from last week. Vandalia is playing at Hillsboro. Gillespie at Carlinville. Payne at Piasol Southwestern Birds. As Staunton will be playing at North Mac. And in non-conference games at halftime, over Robinson, Benton is winning the game there 21-0. And then as we move things down the line here, Salem is playing out only tonight. Mattoon at Rantoul, Mount Carmel at Effingham. No score on that one yet. I can look it up here in just a moment whenever Jared is giving some stats. And as really everything else goes, Mount Carmel at Effingham, as I mentioned.
It's like Mater Day's up 7-0 on KZ Westfield there in the second quarter.
And another one that I just seen but lost it when I looked away. Yeah, Mater Day 7-0 over KZ Westfield. KZ West will be traveling here at Newton Community High School next week for the LIC opener. Jerry, you have a few stats for us if you're ready.
Yeah, we'll go ahead. To lead the way for the Newton Eagles, playing quarterback tonight, Eli Wolf, the sophomore, doing a fine job in his I guess you could say, first full game after he played the last half, the second half there in the first game, and then the first half here in the second game. He completed 7 of 11 passes for 67 yards and 3 touchdowns, 2 of them to Quincy Fulton and 1 of those to Maddox Horner. As far as rushing for the Eagles, they were led by Eli Wolf, doing a very good job with his legs. Had 6 rushes for 78 yards, his longest being 28. And then Maddox Horner has 8 rushes for 52 yards, his longest being 20. And then Quincy has 2 rushes for 10 yards there. As far as receiving, only 2 receivers tonight. Maddox Horner has 3 receptions for 51 yards and a touchdown, that long one being that 34-yard touchdown reception there in the second quarter. And then Quincy Fulton has 4 receptions for 16 yards and 2 touchdowns. The drive summaries there in the first half. For the Eagles went punt, touchdown, turnover on downs, touchdown, and then a pick 6 there to end the half from Liam Michael, the sophomore defensive back for the Eagles. As far as the Wesclin Warriors go, Weebles there playing the quarterback. He went 9 of 11 for 107 yards. His longest pass completion there was 31 yards. That was on, I believe, their third drive. When they really got in a rhythm there in the passing game. Had a few long passes there in that third drive for them. As far as rushing, the Eagles' defense pretty stout on the defensive line. I believe looks like the Warriors combined for about 25 rushing yards. Weebles has 14 on 6 attempts. Ferris has 4 for 7 yards. And then Kearns has 2 rushes for 4 yards. As far as receiving, Hayes, he had two of those big receptions there on that one drive. On their scoring drive, he had 2 receptions for 60 yards, his longest one being 31. And then Donahoe had 1 reception for 7 yards. Hobbauer had 3 for 4 yards. Ferris had 1 catch for 3 yards. Roth had 1 for 20. And then there's another player with a catch for 13 yards. Their drive summaries went punt, turnover on downs, punt, touchdown, punt, interception, and then they ended the half with the ball there. So the Eagles, a strong first half there.
Yes.
Very impressed by Eli Wolf, Maddox Horner as well, being a tough guy to bring down when he has the ball, fighting for every yard. But then, you got the defense. Like we said, the defensive line, holding 25 rushing yards to Trenton Wesclin Warrior team that has a pretty big line. They got some pretty big guys there on the front line, but Mac Huber, Harrison Kincaid, Griffin Bierman doing a very good job there on the front line. And then also got to get your linebackers in there. Carson Jones, Ian Kessler doing a very good job.
Yes.
And then, like we said, that secondary, that one drive when Wesclin scored their touchdown, needed wrenched up a little bit. They brought in Liam Michael to play one of those corner positions, and it paid off their dividends.
He read that one like a book. You said it during the broadcast live, and I apologize. I had that one for Marco, but had it wrong. Huge one there for Liam Michael on pick 6, taking all the way home. While they're still out there, Drake Wolf and Lena Marshall, they are the 2026 inductees into the Hall of Fame of Newton Community High School. So congratulations to them. Drake, all-around great kid, great athlete. And Marshall was quite a runner on the cross-country and track teams. I believe she is playing on up at EIU, possibly. I think so.
I'm not sure.
And another scoring update we have over at Effingham, 21 for Effingham, 21 for Mount Carmel over there in Effingham County tonight. But the score is 26-7 here at halftime break. The halftime break is brought to you by McLean Motors, your Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram truck dealer. Don't forget, stay tuned for the postgame show. After the game, we will talk amongst ourselves about the stats. It'll be brought to you by the People's State Bank, your hometown bank in Newton, Illinois. A few of our sponsors we want to thank, cannot thank enough. Nick Moser with Country Financial, James Bacco Service, Crossroads Bank in Effingham, Illinois, Farley Insurance Agency, as Joe's Pizza, Newton Foods, Sloan Implement, McCoy Heating and Air Conditioning, Expert Collision Center, 5 & Co. Dumpster Service, Kistner Well Service, and West End Reception and Events. We'll take a break, bring it right back here in just a moment. This is Eagle Eye Sports Network live on YouTube. When life throws you a dent, trust the experts. Expert Collision Center, located just one block east of the square in Newton, Illinois, is dedicated to providing top-quality auto body repair for the Newton and surrounding communities. From collision repair and expert painting to dent repair, their experienced team will even help you through the insurance claim process. Plus, they offer loaner cars to keep you on the road while your vehicle is being repaired. Choose the number one name in auto body repair in Newton, Illinois. Stop by the Expert Collision Center or call today, 618-783-5708.
This broadcast is brought to you by Newton Athletic Boosters, supporting Eagle Eye Sports Network and the great athletes in our community.
Whether you're planting, harvesting, or tackling projects around your property, Sloan Implement has a dependable John Deere equipment, parts, and service to keep you moving. Their experienced team is committed to supporting local farmers, homeowners, and businesses every step of the way. Visit Sloan's today in Newton, Illinois for all things John Deere. Call now for sales, service, parts, and much, much more at 618-783-3285. Welcome back to the broadcast here as the halftime break is about to near end. I think they'll give another 3 to 4 minutes for the guys to warm up whenever they get back on the field. Wesclin and the Eagles back on the playing field. But one of the things we talked about over the break, we cannot thank everybody enough for tuning in tonight. Be sure to put in that live chat where you are tuning in from. I know, what'd you say? Who'd you say was
Looks
watching in from?
Connor Bierman in the live chat listening and watching all the way from North Carolina.
Yes, we are going worldwide with ESN, and that's the best thing about this format is you don't have to be in the Newton listening area. You can be anywhere in the world and watch and listen and just enjoy the night. But keys to the second half, and that's all brought to you by Spring Point Branding Company. You know, offense just got to keep doing its thing. Offense just got to sharpen the pencil a little bit. Eli Wolf, don't get down on yourself about the interception through because Liam Michael just picked it right back up where you left off, and just got to keep the hammer down and do what you can. Defensive line, like you said, doing a great job. The secondary as well needs to shapen up a little bit out there. Still doing all right. We're still up, but changes can be made at halftime, and they could just pound the ball to the outside.
Yeah, I think the Eagles just got to keep doing what they're doing, especially on defense. I thought looked pretty strong there. On the run defense, they had a couple long passes get away from them there on that fourth drive, but that's going to happen. The offense is going to find a few holes in the defense here and there, but overall, I think the Eagles playing very well here, offensive wise. Eli Wolf playing pretty solid there at quarterback, running when he needs to, escaping the pocket, but he's also staying in there, keeping his eyes downfield, hitting his receivers. He really hasn't thrown a bad ball.
No,
I know Quincy has dropped a few that he knows he should have caught.
Horner in that first drive did the same thing, and
Quincy knows he probably should have caught him. Would have been 2 touchdowns, but one of them resulted in a touchdown anyways. But Eli Wolf playing a stellar quarterback there in the first half for the Eagles, stepping up big and in replace of Hayden Mulvey here.
That's going to do it for the halftime break, brought to you by McLean Motors in Newton, Illinois. We'll be back in just a moment. This is the Eagle Eye Sports Network live on YouTube.
Looking for a grocery store that feels like home? Shop at Newton Foods. Whether you are picking up groceries, grabbing a meal at the deli, or stocking up the freezer with their selection of fine meats, shop local, support local, and find what you need for the right price in your hometown. Follow Newton Foods today on Facebook for their weekly specials.
Need a farm, business, or organization to stand out? Spring Point Branding Company specializes in custom shirts, hats, embroidery, decals, signs, as well as vehicles and equipment wraps, built for people who work hard and want their brand to look the part. Spring Point Branding Company, your brand, built to be noticed. Give them a call, 618-554-4368.
When life throws you a curveball, Country Financial helps keep you protected with insurance and financial solutions you can count on. From home and auto to farm, life, and retirement planning, their team is committed to helping families and businesses prepare for the future. Contact your local Country Financial representatives today, Nick Mimoser and Patrick Mimoser, to see why they're proud supporters of local athletes and their communities. Country Financial, planning for today, preparing for tomorrow.
All right, third quarter action set to take off here in just a moment. Henry will kick things off for the Newton Eagles as we will reset the clock. And the Spring Point Brandon scoreboard will set to go 26-7 after the halftime break as we welcome everybody back into the contest. Once again, I'm Braden Wise alongside Jarrett Tharp and Tucker Riemann upstairs on the camera with Henry with a nice kick all the way back into the hands of number 12 of Hopfer. Hopfer's going to pick it up about the 12-yard line and be stopped right at the 25. Another nice kick there from Henry. On the nice return from Halfbauer. As Wibbles will come back out again as we have an Eagle down. Last game for the Eagles, it was quite a bit hotter over at Civic Memorial. Got the city effect in there and had a lot of cramps and a lot of injuries.
Haven't seen very many of those here tonight. Actually, haven't seen any. Haven't had any injury timeouts, which is good.
Wibbles will set up to quarterback again. One to the right, two to the left, one in the backfield with him. As the Eagles' defense sets up, going to hand it off to number 34 of Kearns. Kearns going to be caught up on the outside, no gain on the play. And a nice carry from Kearns.
Looked like that was number 68 for the Eagles.
Will Harcher? No.
78.
78. Aaron Carroll.
Aaron Carroll and Carson Jones in there on that stop.
Two big young lads doing a fine job of defensive end here tonight. Hope everybody's tuned in, doing fine at home. Let us know in the live chat if something is messing up. Not on my end as the snap to Wibbles in the backfield and sacked by number 54 of Harrison Kincaid, as well as I think the cleanup duties there
was
from
Mac Huber. Yeah.
Home with the first contact there. Great job to the defense tonight. The defensive line on the front end has stepped up in a huge way. As now we have 3rd and 12, ball on the on the 18-yard line after the sack on the play.
Loss of 6 yards on that, going to bring up 3rd and 17. Once again, the Warriors getting behind the sticks early.
They played more
drive, yeah.
They played more behind the sticks than they have in them.
Yeah.
Seems like tonight. Newton Eagle defense doing a fine job at that. Wibbles with a bad snap, and he's going to have to throw over coverage, and it's going to be stopped. And Maddox Horner with a nice coverage. He about came up with it. He had to catch it before he ran with it. He was a couple yards downfield trying to grab and go. But great coverage on the defense. 4th and 17, and the ball is in the Eagle 18-yard line. Long ways to go for the Wesclin offense.
Yeah, good quick 3 and out there from the Eagles defense. Forcing another 3 and out. I believe their second. Forced 3 and out of the game. Looks like Hayes back to punt. Quincy Fulton deep to receive at the 50-yard line.
Hayes, the snap. The punt is up, and it's a really nice punt all the way back to the 40. And will stop right at the 35-yard line for the Newton offense. Coming out now after a no good on the defensive try no good on the offensive try for that drive for Wesclin Warriors. Eagles defense doing a great job. One of the not a high point last weekend, but this weekend throughout the game, where we still got quite a bit to go, but Still doing a great job. Shane Howard, thank you, sir, tuning in tonight. Former PA announcer for the Newton Eagles. 26-7, 10:08 on the time clock as the handoff will go to the right side of Horner. Horner's going to find a gap. He's going to get a first down and shoestring tackle there by number 4 with a nice gain on the play. Wibbles with the tackle. That's going to be enough for a Newton Eagle first down. Move the chains as that ball was right at that 35, and they're looking at the 49-yard marker in their own territory.
Nice pickup of 14 on the play there from Horner.
26-7 your score. 9:50 to go. Lone backfield set for Wolf. 3 off to his left, 2 off to his right. Sets Fulton in motion. He's going to hand it off to Fulton on the outside edge. He's going to get a few yards and a 5-yard gain on the shoestring tackle there and brought down by a host of Warriors. Brings up second down and of about 4 on the go. Gets into Warrior territory, 45-yard line. Moving left to right. Once again, next week we'll be back on the broadcast here at Chevesky Field next Friday night for Eagles football, taking on KZ Westfield Warriors. Not they are fine sponsors enough. Joe's Pizza, Newton Foods, JWC Construction, Will Oaks with Eckhart Financial Group, your scoreboard sponsor. Timeouts brought to you by Newton Coin Laundry. Hand off to the right side of Horner. Horner got crossed up in the backfield there with Bierman. Bierman was trying to pull, and I will call that a shoestring tackle, and I'm not sure if they didn't pull his hip out on that one. They were pulling on him. He was in the air, but that's going to be enough to move the chains all the way out to the 35-yard line. And, wow, nice run there from Maddox Horner. Horner giving it all he has here tonight.
Yeah, very good run there. Bounced off a couple people, broke some contact, and end up picking the first down up there and a few more.
1st and 10, inching in out of here, 35-yard line in Warrior territory. 8:20 to go. He sets Fulton in motion. Wolf going to scramble for it here. Does he have an open lane? He does for just a few as he gets brought down by a host of Warriors on the play. 2nd down and quite long as there's a Warrior down on the play. As we will stop this one for an injury timeout brought to you by the Newton Coin Laundry. Be back in just a moment. The Eagle Eye Sports Network live on YouTube. Jasper County, your voice matters, and so does the November 2026 elections. Amy Tarr is running for Jasper County Clerk, and she is committed to serving the people of Jasper County with professionalism, integrity, and a strong dedication to our tight-knit community. She understands the importance of this office and the responsibility that comes with serving you. Consider re-electing Amy Tarr for Jasper County Clerk this November. Paid for by the Friends of Amy Tarr campaign for Jasper County Clerk.
Here in central and southern Illinois, we know land is more than just acres. It's an investment, a hunting spot, a family farm, and years of memories. At Meinhardt Habitat Solutions, we help landowners improve and care for their property through timber management, prescribed burning, drone applications, and land enhancement. Find us on Facebook or contact us at 217-663-3228.
When your business needs a design that stands out, turn to Borgic Designs. From creative ideas to professional designs, Borgic Designs brings your vision to life with attention to detail and a personal touch. Whether it's branding, graphics, or custom design work, make your next project stand out with Borgic Designs. Call or stop by their office on the east side of the square in Newton today.
Your health deserves care you can count on right here at home. At Sarah Bush Lincoln Family Medicine in Newton, Illinois, their experienced team is committed to providing personalized care for every stage of life. From routine checkups and preventative care to managing chronic conditions and same-day needs, they're dedicated to keeping our community healthy one patient at a time. Schedule your appointment today with Sarah Bush Lincoln Family Medicine in Newton, your home for trusted, compassionate care. Back to the broadcast here after that injury timeout, as it was number 63 for Wesclin High School taking off the field, Carter Reedy. Guard nose tackle.
Looked like a little left leg injury there from him.
2nd and 7 for the Eagles offense as they set up shop at the 32-yard line as the game clock will continue. 2nd and 7, ball on the 32-yard line in Warrior territory. What'd you say? We had a watcher from Northern Maine?
Yeah, that's what it says in the chat.
That's awesome to hear. Two right.
Couple guys on the East Coast watching.
Yes, 2 right, 1 left, 1 in the backfield with him. Wolf's going to take a snap. He's going to roll out to his right, finding coverage to Quincy Fulton, wide open with a nice catch and go for a touchdown, Quincy Fulton. Touchdown, Eagles. Add another 6 to the board. No flags, no dirty laundry out there on the field this time, as the score will go all the way up to 32 points to 7. Great look there from Wolf, connecting with Fulton and putting this one up and down the end zone.
Yeah, great read there. Quincy wide open there in the middle of the field. Looks like he ran a little 10-yard route and then kind of sat there and read the defense, went back more towards the middle of the field. Eli Wolf delivered a dime there, and Quincy able to take it to the house after that.
Going to try for 2 here, 32-7, your score, Newton Eagles lead. Wolf takes a snap, rolls out to his right. He's got some room. Could he run? Could he get it in? And will he? Touch. It's going to be good for 2. Add another couple on there. 34-7, your score on the Eckhart Financial Scoreboard, brought to you by William Oaks. With Eckhart Financial Group, we'll be back in just a moment for the drive summary here on Eagle Eye Sports Network. When planning for your financial future, you deserve a bank that's committed to you. At the People State Bank in Newton, Illinois, you'll find the products you need and the personal service you deserve. From checking and savings accounts to home loans, business banking, and much more, their experienced team is here to help you every step of the way. Stop by their convenient locations on the square in Newton, Illinois, and discover why so many families and businesses choose the People State Bank, where community comes first. Welcome back to the broadcast here after that touchdown. Jarrett has the drive summary.
Yeah, the Eagles only took them 5 plays to get 65 yards and a touchdown, capped off there by Quincy Fulton, his 3rd reception touchdown of the ball game. He has 5 receptions for 48 yards and 3 touchdowns for him, so he got the hat trick tonight and burned off 3 minutes of clock there.
After a little bit of a squib kick or something all the way out, the 30, everybody's scrambling for it here. I believe Wesclin will come up with it.
The Eagles would have got on that ball. That would have been their ball. It hit a guy in the front row,
yes.
Deflected off his leg. The Eagles just couldn't quite get to that ball.
I believe that was Hayes picking that one up there. Hope everything is going good back at home for everyone. 34-7 your score, as there is 7:32 on the time clock. Weston Warriors will set up shop at the 29-yard line in their own territory, set up to go 1st and 10, as the Eagles defense trying to keep things up here tonight, as they've done a fine job. Wibbles in the backfield, lone backfield, 2 right, 2 left, 1 on the line with him here. Wibbles going to have to scramble for it, and a nice sack from number 67 of Mac Huber, as well as Harris Kincaid from the backside, picking him up and putting him down. Mac Huber, how many does that make for him tonight? It might take you a little bit to get to it, but wow.
I believe that's his. He's got 2.5 sacks on the night, if I'm
Yeah, no,
not
definitely
mistaken,
2.5. I'll go right there with it. A great job by Mac Huber and the defensive line here tonight. Great evening for it. 2nd and 13 now as the game clock continues. 34-7 your score. Well, thank West End Reception and Events. Thank you to everybody tuning in here tonight, as they're going to hand things off into the hands of, looks like 34, of Landon Kearns. Kearns picked up a few yards on the play, back to the original line of scrimmage, 3rd and 8. 3rd and 9, possibly just on the left side of that hash marker, or the first down 10-yard marker. Ball on the 30-yard line now for Wesleyan Warriors, 3rd down, 3rd and 9.
The Eagles defense looking for their 2nd straight 3 and out here. to start this second half.
Wobbles at quarterback once more. Low snap, rolls off to his right. He's got a little friends back there. It's going to be caught and dropped. Incomplete pass for the Wesclin Warriors. 6:04 on the time clock. 4th and long. Eagles punt return team set to come out, I would assume. Has a Newton Eagle defense tonight. Put an exclamation point on it. Still a lot of ball game left to play. About 18 minutes left of ball game to play. But we're in the third quarter of action here. Live on ESN. Set back to punt will be number 10 of Lane Hayes. He's got some work in that right leg here tonight. They punted a handful of times on the evening.
This will be his 5th punt of the game here.
Never a good game when you punt 5 times. And we could still punt 5 times from here on out, but not a good offensive night for Wesclin thus far. As there will be a timeout called by Wesclin. We'll take a timeout as well. It's brought to you by Newton Coin Laundry. Be back in a moment.
Clear vision and friendly hometown service from a team you can trust at Wolf Eye Care. Dr. Adam Wolf and Dr. Paige Schaefer are the first choice for routine eye care, new frames, and contact lenses. The Wolf Eye Care team will guide your family to clear vision, conveniently located east of the square in Newton, Illinois. Make your appointment today with the trusted team at Wolf Eye Care. Call 618-783-3123. Wolf Eye Care, helping you focus on what matters most.
Congratulations to the class of 2026 Hall of Fame. National Athletic Hall of Fame banquet is coming up November 13th at 6 p.m. at the Two Topless Casey Hall. And the tickets could be purchased in advance on Eventbrite starting September 21st, 2026, or at the door before the banquet begins. A handful of Jasper County natives will be inducted this year into the Hall of Fame, one of those being Tom Clark, as well as Jim Wagner, Andy Pullen, and Coach Bob Hoare. Welcome back to the broadcast after that timeout brought to you by Newton Coin Laundry, as that was used by Wesclin Warriors. Punt's going to be up in the air. Could about hit number 11 for the Newton Eagles, Henry Will. But he'll go out of bounds and out of play as the Eagles will set up shop for the offense.
It's like right at the 50-yard line. They're going to mark that one out of bounds.
5:57 on the time clock. 34-7 your score here in third quarter action on the Will Oaks with Eckhart Financial scoreboard. 5:57 on the time clock. Eagles set up shop right at the 50-yard line.
It's probably one of their worst starting field positions of the game, and it's on the 50-yard line. The Eagles have started almost every drive, I believe, in the Warriors' territory.
Hayden Mulvey at quarterback now. He's going to pitch it off to the right into the hands of Liam Michaels, what it looked like. He's going to get a gain of quite a few, wearing the number 4 jersey of Liam Michael. Hayden Mulvey with his first snap of the evening, first snap since the first half of the Civic Memorial ball game.
Nice run there by the sophomore Michael.
He got in over at Civic, and he's another kid. He can put him up and put him down, and just does a great job. Never gives up.
Yeah, like you said, one of them guys that goes, 100% every play.
Mulvey gets a snap in the backfield, catches there by Quincy Fulton. He's going to step out of bounds, and that will stop the clock as Mulvey doing a fine job there getting it one to go. I just want to make sure you switch over to Mulvey on the stats. It's kind of hard to do that sometimes.
I got to figure it out, Brady.
You got to figure it out. 35-yard line, that's why I pay you good. They move the first down marker up to the 35. Mulvey gets one to go into the hands of Fulton to move the chains once more. He's going to pitch it out to the left in the hands of Liam Michael. He's going to get a nice block and then some. The ball is loose. The ball is loose. Not sure who comes up with it here.
It's going to be Trenton coming out with the ball.
Trenton after the fumble from Liam Michael. And Trenton will set up shop on the 24-yard line, it looks as if. Man. Liam was doing such a great job. I still can't take away that pick six from him, but trying to hold on the ball, he was doing a good job watching his blockers and moving with the ball, moving with the play, and Nonetheless, Trenton picks that one up after a fumble turnover for the Newton Eagles. First and down for Trenton on the 24-yard line in their own territory. Take the snap, a long pass for Wibbles, and it's going to be caught out of bounds, incomplete pass. Bring up 2nd and 10 for Wibbles. Replayed here. 2nd and 10 on the 24-yard line. Third quarter action here. Thank everybody for tuning in tonight. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and thank you to all of our fine sponsors here tonight. Farley Insurance, Crossroads Bank, People's State Bank. They'll have the post-game show. That's a Wrap Realty, West End Reception Events, and Christner Well Service. 34-7 your score here. Wibbles takes a snap. Heavy contested backfield. He's going to run and scramble it for it here. And a nice tackle by a host of Eagles there. First contact there from Carson Jones. After that one's going to keep alive here. 4:35 on the official time clock, as it'll be 3rd down and about 4, a gain of 6. The ball will be spotted at that 30-yard line. Jarrett, all caught up here?
Nope.
Going the wrong way. You need me to switch things around?
No.
As it's 34-7, 4:12 on the official time clock. A little bit behind on the live scoreboard, but still a little better than not having one at all. As they say, Wibbles will go 3rd and 4. Eagles defense be caught off sides, and that'll stop the clock there. About 4 minutes left to go here in the third quarter. Approaching, I guess you could say. That'll move things up for the Warriors. 1st and 10 now, as they will spot the ball now at the 35. First down and 10 for the Warriors of Wesclin. Eagles need a big stop here. Man, the Eagles did that, just that in the backfield. A nice sack there from a host of Eagles in the backfield. Carson Jones coming up with a big one, and Harrison Kincaid on a big sack with a huge loss on the play. A loss of about 8 or 9 on the play. Not quite that. They're going to spot it all the way back at the 28-yard line.
Loss of 7 on that sack.
Huge sack there by the Eagles. Eagles defensive line, linebackers have been doing phenomenal here tonight. Keep it up. 3 minutes on the time clock. Third quarter action, 2nd and 17 on the 28-yard marker. Wibbles take the snap, a low one at that. Eagles defense, Mac Huber in the backfield with him, and it's going to be out of bounds. Incomplete pass. As that will stop the play. Huber getting right in there and getting a hand up on him, really just making him have to throw it somewhere he don't really want it to get intercepted at and just stop the clock a little bit.
Yeah, I think about Eagles defense here tonight, Coach Rodriguez, has looked like he's just dialed up the pressure a little bit from last week. Starting to send a lot more blitzes, getting pressure on the quarterback, and the players are executing there. A lot of sacks here tonight, forcing Webbles to get outside the pockets and not get the ball downfield. 3rd and long,
Webbles gets things set off here. Oh, man, had him in the backfield twice. He's going to still try to scramble and get rid of it. He's going to throw this one into no coverage, and it's going to be good enough for a first down, I believe, as he goes out of bounds. Wow, that we were just bragging about the Eagles' defensive line and kind of busted it up there. Made Wibbles had to scramble for it. Couldn't quite make it to go, but good enough for a first down as they're going to move the chains.
I think
Whitecap gave the forward there, as it's going to be 1st and 10 on the 45-yard line, still in their own territory. Seems like Westland's worked in their own territory on this drive the whole time. And it's been a long drive to say the least. Webbles hands it off to number 3 of 34 of Kearns. Kearns gets stopped on the play with a little bit of progress. 2 or 3 yards on that play. Ball will move up to the 48-yard line in Warrior territory. Carroll will come out. Another player will come in for him here on the defensive line. Look like Griffin Bierman. 1:55 to go here on the official time clock. 34-7 your score. As Wibbles has one behind him, 2 to his right, 3 to his right, and 1 to his left, and we crouched again. They know we can get them on 2, so they're going to do that as much as they possibly can, and that will move the ball up 2nd and 2 on the 47-yard line. Wibbles trying to get a first down here. He's been fighting for him here tonight. He's going to, the ball is loose. The ball is loose, and the Eagles pick it up. Fumble on the play, and a nice recovery there by the Eagles.
Like Ian Kessler coming out, picking up that fumble recovery. Looked like Weebles, he was trying to pass that to the running back in the flat route. Somebody there on the defensive line jumped up, and Weebles tried to hold that one back instead of throwing it. It looked like it just slipped out of his hands. Horner and Kessler in there in the backfield picking that one up.
Did a great job on the defensive end picking that one up and creating havoc, as we've talked about the whole evening. So the Eagles will set up shop here. 1st and 10 in Warrior territory on the 46-yard line. Eagles possession of the ball more in opponent's territory than their own of the night, which is an amazing sight to see. One off to the right. Eli Wolf back in the quarterback in duty is a long pass. Quincy's going to come up with it, and he jogs backwards into the end zone. Wow, what a pass and catch there from Eli Wolf, connecting with Quincy Fulton for another big touchdown on the night. Wow. One play drive, and the Eagles get that one to go. How many yards was that? We were spotted to 45,
yeah, it looked like
47?
47-yard touchdown pass there from Eli Wolf to Quincy Fulton. And Quincy didn't have to really do much there. He had the size advantage there on number 11 of, looked like Donahue, who's just 5'11", versus Quincy, who's about 6'3". And Quincy able to haul that one in. And Henry Will puts it through the uprights for the extra point.
Score moves to 41-7 now with 1:04 to play. We'll be back in a moment. The Eagle Eye Sports Network live on YouTube. McCoy Heat and Air Conditioning, located on Route 33 west of Willow Hill, Illinois, is your locally owned and operated choice for keeping your home, business, or building comfortable. Call Kenan and Greg for all your heating and cooling needs at 618-455-3129. McCoy's, locally owned, locally trusted, your number one choice for heating and air. When it comes to your septic system, downtime is never an option. That's why you should call James Backhoe Service in Dietrich, Illinois at 217-925-5132. Experience you can trust with the largest septic installation company in Illinois, James Backhoe Service. They have the most experienced crews in the business, free estimates, and much, much more. They are proud supporters of Newton Eagle Athletics and Eagle Eye Sports Network. Once again, call James Backhoe Service for all of your septic installation needs and much, much more at 217-925-5132. Welcome back to the broadcast here. After that huge touchdown by the Eagles and a nice kick there from Henry Will. It's going to roll all the way out. What a roll at the 1-yard line. And just right before the goal line marker, it rolls right out. So Wesclin will set to go for their offense. A short drive summary for the Eagles there after a nice run there from the Eagles. Score now 41-7, 1:04 to go in the third quarter action here live from Chevesky Field. They're going to put the ball at the 35-yard line after Henry's kick went out of bounds. Carson Jones will come out to play a little bit of defense as Wibbles will set things up here for his offense. Trips left. Low snap. The ball is loose. But I think Wibbles picked up with it here.
Yep.
As
Kessler was back there trying to wrestle it away from him.
Kessler doing a good job splitting the offensive line, just reaping havoc on the front lines there for the Eagles' defensive line.
Once again, the Warriors starting with another negative play.
A loss of quite a bit on that play.
6, I believe, there on that play. So going to bring up 2nd and 16 from the 29-yard line.
20 seconds left to go here in this third quarter. Another low snap wow.
My.
Oh, incomplete pass there as Wibbles took a hard hit there in the backfield. Defensive line.
Mac Huber absolutely just leveled him out.
Laid him out. Man, that had to hurt. Definitely so on that one. First down for the Trenton Warriors. So we'll go to about the 44.
Yeah, probably going to be, well, if it's a 15-yard penalty, they're still going to be, they're going to move the chains, automatic first down there.
Yeah, at about the 44, 45-yard line. Official clock says 16 seconds, 41-7, your score after that incomplete pass. Another one in the backfield with him. Wibbles looking to pass deep. And it's going to be way too long and no good there, intended for Farias. So now 2nd down and 10 on the 44-yard line. Approaching in on the 9 o'clock hour.
Little quicker game than your outing last week over there at Bethalto.
We didn't get home until 1 o'clock last week from Bethalto Civic Memorial. No, and we didn't even stop for gas or a drink. 41-7, 10.4 on the time clock. Official time clock, that is. Wibbles, 2nd and 10, 44-yard line. Hands it off, and in the hands of number 34 of Kearns. Kearns breaks a few, and a huge tackle from behind there from 67 of Mac Huber, and that'll be brought down at the 41-yard line. They're going to stop to move the chains here with 33.4 seconds left on the time clock, and that will run things out here for this third quarter action. Be back in a moment for the fourth quarter, live on ESN. Thanks for tuning in.
Diedrich Bank would like to wish all of our local teams good luck this season. The Diedrich Bank team will be cheering you on from the sidelines. We know that being a student can be stressful, so we are here to make it easier. Check out our lineup of checking accounts, especially our cashback checking account. Perfect for students who are wanting to earn rewards on our everyday debit card purchases. Now let's bring home a win, Eagles. Diedrich Bank, live for today, bank for tomorrow. Member FDIC.
Need a farm, business, or organization to stand out? Spring Point Branding Company specializes in custom shirts, hats, embroidery, decals, signs, as well as vehicles and equipment wraps, built for people who work hard and want their brand to look the part. Spring Point Branding Company, your brand, built to be noticed. Give them a call, 618-554-4368.
Welcome back to the broadcast here. And it's going to be a carry by Kearns to start things off, and a loss of 4 on the play. A nice one there for the Newton Eagles defense to start things off going the other way. Lingenfelter with a stop on the play. As they chewed off about 15 seconds, and the play clock will still roll on. It'll be set at the 44-yard line.
Another tackle for a loss for the Eagles there. don't have the exact stat on that, but a lot of tackles for losses tonight for the Eagles. Something Coach Rodriguez, the defensive coordinator, is probably
pretty proud
happy
of.
about tonight.
Yep. Pretty proud of here tonight. It's going to be a QB keeper from Wibbles.
Ball's out.
Ball definitely was out, but the way he was looking at it, he's going to gain a few on the play, and it's going to be 3rd down. 3rd and a little bit to go. 3rd and 8 set to go. 39-yard line in Eagle territory. As in the postgame show, we will have stats and possibly some updates from around the area. And I'll try to get some from the F&M Mount Carmel score. It was a tied ball game, 21 there at half. As it will be setting up to go once more. Wibbles with a long pass, incomplete.
Good defense there from Marco Myberg.
Marco did a great job on that one. Great coverage there from Marco with 10:26 on the time clock.
Going to bring up 4th and 8, assuming the Warriors are going to go for this, being on the Eagles' side of the field. Running out of time for the Warriors here. They're going to have to put some points up on the board in a hurry if they want to make this one a ball game.
Eagles put one more in here. It's a running clock. Keep that in mind. 4th and 8, 39-yard line for the Eagles defense. Offense for the Wibbles. As that one's going to be incomplete as well. Turnover on downs for the... Oh, we have a flag on the play. Number 9, unsportsmanlike conduct on number 9 of Rights. Yes, Kathy, to get back to you on that, I will try to get a hold of you this week. It is possible to run an ad on this broadcast. Thank you for tuning in here tonight, Kathy. We will try to get a hold of you next week. Thank you. So a 15-yard penalty after the turnover on downs. Is that what he mentioned? Okay.
That was on Ian Kessler with that unsportsmanlike conduct after the play was over. Ian throwing his hands up, saying, "I'm not sure what I did."
Oh, they said number 9 for the Eagles.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was number 9 for them. Okay, wow. And Ian, not the kid that I would really point out to do something like that. But the ball will be spotted at the 29-yard line. Ian coming back after an injury last week. So they'll set 1st and 10, I assume, after the turnover on downs.
Yeah, it should be a 1st and 10. They're just going to move it back 15 yards.
Okay. Yep, on the penalty marker.
Yep.
Mulvey back at quarterback here. In the backfield with him is Maddox Horner. He's going to pitch it out to the right for Horner. Horner's got a wide open gap. He's going to push Carson Jones upfield for him. He's going to get the 1st down and then some. The 50, the 45, the 40. Nobody near him here. And a touchdown, Eagles. Touchdown, Eagles.
That was great patience there from Maddox Horner, staying behind his blocker. He actually pushed Carson Jones into that last guy, and Horner was able to break free after that huge block there from Carson Jones.
Now the running clock is in effect, if I am not mistaken. As that one chewed a little bit off of that one. A nice touchdown, running it in there for Maddox Horner. Horner, what a heck of a night. Heck of a night
Big
for
night
Horner.
For him.
And a nice pitch out there from Mr. Mulvey back at quarterback, getting a few snaps here tonight. Huge one there. Superhand set to set up here for the extra point try. It is going to be good. Up and in. 48 for the Eagles here for 7 on the Wesclin side. We'll be back in just a moment. This is Eagle Eye Sports Network live on YouTube. At Farley Insurance Agency, protecting what matters most is their top priority. Whether you need coverage for your home, auto, farm, business, or life, the experienced team at Farley Insurance is ready to help you find the right policy at the right price. With friendly local service and commitment to their community, you can count on Farley Insurance Agency when it matters most. Your hometown insurance agency, treating your family like their own.
Looking for your next truck, SUV, or family vehicle? Visit McLean Motor Sales in Newton, your trusted Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram truck dealer, serving Jasper County and the surrounding area for more than 70 years. From rugged Ram trucks and legendary Jeep SUVs to powerful Dodge Performance and family-ready Chrysler models, you'll find the right vehicle at the right price. Plus, count on hometown service you can trust long after the sale. Stop by McLean Motor Sales on the east side of Newton or visit us online at McLeanMotors.com.
Welcome back to the broadcast here. A running clock from here on out, I believe, as the time clock is set at 10:08. As Henry will set to kick things off here again, and number 9 in the backfield for the Wesclin Warriors. Missed it there was Wrights. He's going to be tracked down by number 12. A huge tackle all the way at the number 2 yard line, it looked like, from number 12 of Dylan Ernest.
Yeah.
Ernest, a great tackle there.
That and Henry Will, too, looked like he was back there. Bunch Eagles back there.
The kicker getting in on the tackle of the play. That's awesome. That's quite a run there. Once again, 48-7 your score, as the time clock will still be running here for the remainder of the evening.
So,
.48-7 your score, 9:17 on the time clock. Official time clock, that is, as Wesleyan's going to try to not get pushed back in the end zone, and it's going to be right on the goal line, it looks like. Or still no forward progress, I guess you could say. D-line doing a great job, and now Hank Huber coming in. Now's your time if you're Coach Fulton, Coach Rodriguez, anybody down there on the sidelines. Give some guys some reps who don't see them quite a bit, and provide a little of exposure for them to varsity football, and see what they can do for the Eagles. Still a lot of ball game left to play, but be smart about it, and just give some guys some time out there tonight. Wibbles will go under center. He's going to hand it off right at the line of scrimmage on the outside. Looks like number 23 of Farias. He's going to get a gain of short back to about the original line of scrimmage. Third down.
Looks like number 85, Parker Harrison, on that stop on the far side.
Game clock on here and the game clock on the live broadcast. Nearing about the same time marker there. 7:50 to play. Wibbles at quarterback, as it's going to be down about the 6-yard marker. Host of Eagles in on the stop there will bring up fourth down. Fourth and about 6, looks like, Jarrett. 4th and 6?
Yep.
Looks like they're going to bring number 5 in, Mitchell Spiker, to receive the punt, if that's what they elect to do. Time clock still running. I like the looks of that. We're at 9:06 on the time and date for today. But thanks for everybody for tuning in here tonight. We will have the post-game show brought to you by People State Bank, your hometown bank. In the post-game, set to punt in the end zone will be number 10, Hayes. He's going to kick this one away Spiker's going to get the catch down at the 42, and his knee will touch the ground before he can pick it up and run with it. Great night here from the Eagles.
Yeah, very good performance, bounce back performance from a week ago. Defense really picked up strides there and learned from last week. Looks like here tonight against Trenton Wesclin Warriors. We took the loss down there last year in a close game, and the Eagles come back this time and looked like they're going to hand Trenton the loss this year. So.
Yeah, you were able to broadcast that game last year on our old format, and you said it was a game that we probably should have grabbed away with, but you get the redemption story here tonight. Kistner's going to be the quarterback here, and he's going to fall down right on it. I'm not sure who the runner was, but like number 25 of Bo Bennett running the ball here. You might have some unknowns in there. I'm not sure how many guys I have down on the scorebook, but as long as we got some total yardage coming out, will be number 4 of William Michael.
Yeah, because looks like the Eagles have went to their JV offense here, get them a few reps.
What we got here?
Looks like some dirty laundry back there in the back judge. Referee's still not sure what they're doing here.
On the line, Liam Shackman as well as number 68 looks like out there. No. 60. Number 60, Brooks Herman out there. Personal foul on another one. That's 2 tonight. I'd say there will be a little bit of running involved come Monday or come Tuesday after the film session for some of these guys who are getting caught up in it. Good thing the time clock is still going. They're munching on it here. 48-7, your score. As I will start looking around at some scores around the area here in just a moment. Kistner, alone backfield. Got 3 left, 2 right. He's going to set number 40 in motion. That's Ramos. And it's going to be Ramos with the carry and brought down around the 40-yard marker.
Like he just got tripped up by his own
shoestrings
guy there.
Ramos with the carry. 3:40 to go here in the contest. 1st and 24 for the Eagles here. 1st and a long ways to go on the 39-yard line. They got to make it all the way to the other side of the field to the 32-yard line. JV look. Trying to get some looks at it. Cooper Haycraft on the line as well as number 56. Looks like Caden Finn as well as on the line. Kistner set to take snap, a low snap. He's going to roll out to his right, looking to pass upfield. He's going to be caught into the hands of Michael. Michael with a nice catch and go, and getting brought down at the 45 into Warriors territory. Liam Michael with a nice catch. Another up-and-coming Eagle having a bright night.
Yeah, he's looked pretty impressive here in his varsity minutes. Got some real playing time there early on in the first half. Came up with a big pick 6 there. Doing a very good job. I think going to have a bright future for that young kid.
3rd and 12 for the Eagles offense now. Looks like they're going to bring out the punt team. First time we punted in the contest, I believe. I'm not sure if we even we punted last week, I think. What a boot up in the air. I'm not even sure who the punter is. He calls fair catch all the way back there. It's going to be dropped and picked up. He called fair catch.
And that'll be the Eagles' ball.
I swear he called fair catch.
Well, he dropped it.
Oh yeah, I guess he did touch it. Okay, he should have just not touched it.
Yeah.
I guess he tried to fall down on it there. Wow.
That was Emmerich, number 7, Brendan Emmerich. The 6'1" sophomore punting the ball there. Very good punt. Big hang time on that one. The Eagles able to recover that one. down there inside the
Crazy.
5-yard line.
So a messed up punt on the Wesclin end, and now the Eagles have better field position than they've had in the fourth quarter and possibly even the third. First and goal on the 5-yard line after he called fair catch and then touched it and couldn't quite come down on it. So the Eagles offense will have another try as Bo Bennett will be set in the backfield. Michael out to the left as well as number 15 of Campbell Ulm. And Kistner will be guiding the offense here. He's going to screen pass out to the right and caught, and it'll be a touchdown by number 4 of William Michael. Liam Michael with another touchdown here on the night. That's two for the young man, as Michael is a sophomore, I believe. Michael, yes, sophomore.
He's picked up his second touchdown of the game.
Big ones here tonight from the Newton Eagles as the score will advance all the way up to 54-7. After a long time, Jarrett, we have seen a score like this.
Yeah, looked like Kistner picking up his first varsity touchdown pass there.
Henry Will going to kick the PAT. The snap, the hold is good, and the kick is good as well. That's going to put another one 55-7 your score. Be back in a moment. This is Eagle Eye Sports Network live on YouTube. When life throws you a dent, trust the experts. Expert Collision Center, located just one block east of the square in Newton, Illinois, is dedicated to providing top-quality auto body repair for the Newton and surrounding communities. From collision repair and expert painting to dent repair, their experienced team will even help you through the insurance claim process. Plus, they offer loaner cars to keep you on the road while your vehicle is being repaired. Choose the number one name in auto body repair in Newton, Illinois. Stop by the Expert Collision Center or call today, 618-783-5708.
This broadcast is brought to you by Newton Athletic Boosters, supporting Eagle Eye Sports Network and the great athletes in our community.
Welcome back to the broadcast here. 55-7 your score. I forgot to turn the clock off, so there's 1 minute and 11 seconds left to go in the contest. Brendan Emmerich will be kicking things away for the Eagles here. Back to receive as everybody get in front of the kick on the kickoff team. I was looking down offsides on the kicking, so I assume they'll push things back. I don't even know if I've ever seen that happen, Jarrett.
It's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a while. One of those miscue things. Somebody on the far sideline from what I could see. But we will have the post-game show brought to you by People's State Bank and the Eagle Eye Player of the Game, the Wolf Eye Care Eagle Eye Player of the Game. And we're far enough in the broadcast, Jarrett. I will just go ahead and say it. We're going to go with Maddox Horner on the night.
Yeah, Maddox Horner, had a great outing last week. Had over 200 yards offense, a couple touchdowns. He had 11 carries for 152 yards and a touchdown. Also had 3 receptions for 51 yards and a touchdown. So another 200-plus yard performance for him and a couple of touchdowns for Maddox Horner.
Hayes with a pickup all the way out to the 40-yard line, and Dylan Ernest with a great tackle on the play on the near sideline. 40-yard marker. 50 seconds left to go in the ball game. The game clock still runs on. 55-7 your time here tonight. As I believe they'll have to run a play or two as they set the chains. As they're calling the dogs off, I guess. I've never seen that either in a ball game. Which they have a long drive to go home, I assume. They're going to say, set it in motion. And this could be the ball game. It's going to be the ball game. 55-7 your score here tonight, and the Eagles come out on top over the Wesclin Warriors, and they are ready to head things back to Wesclin, Illinois. And we will take a few short breaks for the sponsors and bring it back with a post-game show brought to you by People's State Bank in Newton, Illinois. Thanks for watching.
Need a farm, business, or organization to stand out? Spring Point Branding Company specializes in custom shirts, hats, embroidery, decals, signs, as well as vehicles and equipment wraps, built for people who work hard and want their brand to look the part. Spring Point Branding Company, your brand, built to be noticed. Give them a call, 618-554-4368.
Here in central and southern Illinois, we know land is more than just acres. It's an investment, a hunting spot, a family farm, and years of memories. At Meinhardt Habitat Solutions, we help landowners improve and care for their property through timber management, prescribed burning, drone applications, and land enhancement. Find us on Facebook or contact us at 217-663-3228.
When your business needs a design that stands out, turn to Borgic Designs. From creative ideas to professional designs, Borgic Designs brings your vision to life with attention to detail and a personal touch. Whether it's branding, graphics, or custom design work, make your next project stand out with Borgic Designs. Call or stop by their office on the east side of the square in Newton today.
This season, Bex is proud to cheer on the Newton Eagles. Hi, I'm Curtis Goebel, your local Bex sales representative and a proud former Eagle. At Bex, we're more than just a seed company. We're family-owned, independent, and committed to helping farmers, families, and communities grow and succeed. And we're ready to bring that same winning attitude to your farm. Give me a call today at 618-319-0970 and discover what makes Bex different. That's 618-319-0970. Go Eagles.
Welcome back to the broadcast here. Tucker Riemann doing a fine job on the camera here tonight. Braden Wise alongside Jarrett Tharp for the postgame show. All brought to you by People's State Bank, your hometown bank in Newton, Illinois. You know, I thank everybody enough for joining us here tonight. Jarrett has some stats in this 55-7 win ball game here. And just a great played game by the Eagles defense and offensively as well. And, Jarrett, you have some stats for us here tonight?
Yeah, we'll first go with the Newton Eagles. 55 points up on the board. Pretty good outing from the Eagles offense without their starting quarterback. Eli Wolf filled in and done a tremendous job. He went 9 of 13 for 145 threw 5 touchdowns tonight for the junior quarterback. Pretty impressive performance there. Hayden Mulvey came in, and he completed a pass for 7 yards there. I think just trying to get him a little bit of reps in before he ramps up the play next week as we head into conference play against Casey. Probably just wanted to get him in there just to get back in the feel of things. And then Chase Kistner come in there towards the end through 2 passes. He went 2 for 2 there for 22 yards and threw a touchdown pass for Chase Kistner. As far as rushing goes, Eli Wolf had 7 rushes for 81 yards, his longest one being 28. Liam Michael had 2 rushes for 19 yards. Maddox Horner, that is, had 11 rushes for 152 yards on the ground and 1 touchdown. Quincy Fulton had 3 rushes for 16 yards. And then a handful of others from the JV squad came in. I know Bo Bennett got a rush in there and one other one and a pickup of 0 yards there. As far as receiving went, Liam Michael had 2 receptions for 22 yards and a touchdown. Maddox Horner had 3 catches for 51 yards and a touchdown. And Quincy Fulton had 6 catches for 94 yards and 4 touchdowns for him on the night. I know he had a handful of touchdowns last week, I believe 3, and then adds 4 more here tonight. So 7 touchdowns through 7 games for Quincy Fulton. And then Maddox Horner, his second 200-plus scrimmage yards on the year. So he's got over 400 scrimmage yards for Maddox Horner. Both of those guys doing a tremendous job for the Eagles offense. And then the other score for the Eagles was on that pick six late in the second quarter by Liam Michael. Picked up that pick six there. As far as their drive summaries go for Newton, they went punt, touchdown, turnover on downs, touchdown, pick six, touchdown, loss, a fumble, and then ended with 3 touchdowns there. So that's what you like to see on the offensive side if you're Brock Tarr and the offensive coordinator. As far as some of the other stats go, the Eagles had 439 total yards, 174 through the air, 265 yards on the ground. They did have 11 penalties for 102 yards. Got to get that cleaned up for next week. Had 2 turnovers, lost a fumble there, and also Eli Wolf threw an interception, but that's going to come with some time.
Then picked went right back up with it with the interception, pick six.
And then Henry Wynn went 5 of 6 there on the extra points. And that is the stats for the Newton Eagles. As far as the Wesclin Warriors, Webbles at quarterback went 10 of 19 for 124 yards there. As far as rushing, he had 10 attempts for 21 yards and a touchdown, their lone touchdown. Ferris had 5 carries for 6 yards. Kearns had 8 carries for 22 yards. Receiving goes, Hayes had 2 receptions for 60 yards. All of them came in the first half. Donahue had 1 catch for 7 yards. Hobauer had 4 for 21. Ferris had 1 catch for 3 yards. Roth had 1 for 20. And then an unknown 1 catch for 13 yards. As far as the team stats go for the Warriors, they only had 8 first downs on the night. Very good defensive performance by the Newton Eagles tonight. They had 144 total yards, 95 through the air, 49 rushing on 23 attempts. They had 6 penalties for 48 yards. I know 4 of them were false starts there in the first half. They had 3 turnovers, lost 2 fumbles, and also threw an interception. That pick 6 there by Liam Michael, and then went 1 for 1 on extra points was Hayes. They had quite a few punt yards tonight, 203 punt yards by Hayes, I believe, as well. So that rounds out the team stats and individual stats here tonight as the Eagles pick up the win 55-7 over the Warriors. A great bounce-back game there for the Eagles after going on the road. Come back to your home stadium here at Chevesky Field, pick up a nice win in front of a very good, very good crowd by the Eagles here tonight as they line up and walk across the field to shake the fans' hands. Braden, a very impressive performance.
It was a fun one to broadcast. A great all-around effort from all Eagles tonight. We're going to give the Eagle Eye player of the game just the grit and the toughness from Maddox Horner tonight. Had it last week as well. And once again, we'll be back in action next Friday night here at Chevesky Field against the KZ Westfield Warriors. A nice crowd on tap tonight. A good crowd on the live stream broadcast on YouTube, Newton Athletics-EESN. Thank you for tuning in, everybody, tonight. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Jarrett had the stats. I'll try to get those out tomorrow or Sunday sometime on our Facebook page. Also, stay tuned to our Facebook page, as always, in our our YouTube. Jarrett, whole lot else to add. You did a lot of talking here in the People's State Bank postgame show.
Got to get a drink.
Did a great job. We just cannot thank everybody enough. Mr. Luke Zuber over to our left. He's helped us out a lot in the past couple weeks with everything technical. And we just cannot thank all of our fine sponsors enough. Tucker Riemann on the camera tonight. Jarrett Thurk, my color commentator. We cannot thank everybody enough. Be safe out there, everyone. Eagles win 55 over Wesclin 7. Be back in action at Chevesky Field next Friday night. Thanks for tuning in tonight, guys. Be safe, and don't forget to be wise.
This broadcast has been a production of Eagle Eye Sports Network, LLC in Willow Hill, Illinois, meant solely for the enjoyment of our audience. Thanks for watching.